Oh, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on where in the world you might be watching this from. Welcome back to the Code Crown podcast. My name is AJ, and I am, of course, joined along by my butterfingery co-host, Miss Meg Mon.
Hello.
Wrecking the stage, wrecking the desk, wrecking this.
I dropped one thing.
Felt like
One thing. Didn't even
Fine.
knock anything else with it.
that you know of.
Did I? I'm looking at everything, and everything else is fine.
So anyway,
I was just waiting for you to like twist one of those so it was falling over. Put that sideways.
just grab one of the
tablets and
just
just
grab
turn
one
it
of the
sideways.
Digivices here and just hold on. Where's transform, rotate 90 degrees.
Yeah,
See?
there you go. Now turn my tablet sideways as well. There you go.
Oh, hey, we got a digital hazard in the chat. Oh no.
Hey.
I mean, welcome, but
Welcome.
alarm bell should be going off.
Oh no. Do you know what the alarm bells should
we
be
getting-
about?
are we
My goddamn chat is not working on my phone again.
Oh, well, okay. Well, look, we have the chat on screen. We have the chat on
Yeah.
YouTube. We're all good.
Oh,
Wow, wow, wow.
also, hi, Justin.
Justin,
Good to see you.
always good to see you, Justin. Thank you so much for being here. How has everybody's week been?
Long
Long
week.
Yeah, you see, you had already said long the first time.
Yeah, but then you sang and you have to sing it twice.
Yeah, no, but I was carrying on from your first long.
Well, it was long.
All the days for the brain cell not to work.
I'm tired. Full of drama. I don't know.
I'm a bully you. It's fine.
Yeah.
But everyone, you are good AF. That is good to hear. That is good to hear.
Good.
I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Violet the last couple of days, and my game is haunted.
Oh yeah.
Character literally walked through the battle, and all that was left of them was their face. Like when you get a Figma and you get the spare faceplate. Like, it was just that with the eyes hollowed out. It was just like, no. Why? Why is my game haunted?
It was terrifying. Her whole body just disappeared.
I still didn't get the lanky man glitch. Ah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Is
I
there a
haven't got
specific
that
place
either.
to get it?
I don't know. I've just
You need
seen
to go back
people.
and see where it is.
I've seen people just get on and off the motorcycle Pokemon, and it just happens. But yeah, we've fought. I think the funniest glitch I think we've had with that game is, so there's an area where like there's a mining area and it's just full of caves and holes and things. And I went into one cave and there was nothing there. There was just a single Salandit. Nothing major, no items, no nothing. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, this is fine. Left it alone. I'll see what's in the cave beside it. There was an item at the back of the cave beside it. Cool. Went down, grabbed the thing. Somehow, the Salandit from the cave that I was in beforehand attacked us. And it triggered a battle. And I'm like, okay. I thought it might have been one of the Salandit or the Hariyama that was in this other cave. But no, this is the Salandit that's in the cave beside us. Because my Tinkaton is attacking through the wall. And I'm like, oh my god. And then suddenly she starts sinking.
Oh yeah.
And she starts sinking into the floor, and then she's gone. And the fight is still happening. I still have my commands, I still have everything. But this battle is now between the walls of the caves and in the floor and in the ground beneath us. It's like, this game is cursed. This game is cursed. What did the patch fix? The patch fixed item duplication.
Yeah, that's it.
Because people were using it to, well, help themselves.
I can't even remember what that glitch was.
Yeah, so it fixed monster and item duplication. because God forbid Game Freak install a stable frame rate. It'll take months to fix. It really will, and it's sad because the game is really fun. Like the gameplay loop, the characters, even the gym that just seems to be in the middle of nowhere because they needed somewhere to put an eighth one. Like it's got no town attached to it. You just climb a mountain and it's there, and you're just like, what? And then down the road from this gym is a town with its own gym.
Okay.
So it's like they sort of went, oh God, we've only got 7 installed. Just put it here.
Does the gym leader say anything about wanting to be a hermit or anything?
No. No. They're a washed up snowboarder.
Right.
You know, they make some comment about how the mountains can turn on you and end your career in an instant, and you're kind of like, oh, I don't want to read into the subtext of that. That seems dark.
Yeah.
But graphically, frame rate, like everything, I'm just sometimes it's not bad, right? And then other times the game is haunted and it just pulls you out of it. Like I remember and as well, like last night I was fighting something on the water and I switched out and I had all the controls and I was able to do attacks and stuff, but the game just never loaded in the Pokemon I switched out to. It was so
just the air was attacking?
Yeah, and you know the way when you're on water, they have the floaties that they sit on? There was just nothing on it. And I'm like, did you load under the floaty? It's a mess. And it just annoys me that the game is fun.
Yeah, they had a good thing and they just...
Because at least if it was boring like Sword and Shield, I could go, oh, well, the game as a whole is a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, okay, I think I'm done with Pokemon now. I think that's where I could leave off and be like, okay, that's me. That is me. Outside of Black and White remakes, that is me. I'm okay. I'm okay to walk away from this now.
Yeah, and we had said that before. If this game was really bad, we just weren't going to invest in any more of them. And we're both like, I've only played a little bit of it so far, but I'm really enjoying it so far.
Yeah,
and you're really enjoying it as well. And what I've watched of you playing it as well is just really like it's fun.
Yeah, like again,
except it's shit.
Yeah, basically.
Excuse my French, but yeah.
You know, like the gameplay loop itself is fun. The running, like the 3 missions that you have to do. So you're not just going around the Pokemon League. You're doing the Pokemon League. You have to fight the evil team, and then you have to help a boy and his dog. Right, and that's as much as I'll say on that without spoiling things, because that mission, it gets very sad and very emotional and very happy and very emotional, and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm a blubbering mess. Please stop.
All you have to say is a boy and his dog, and your brain just starts going, is it good? Is it bad? Is it good? Is it bad? Oh God.
Yeah. So, so like the side missions are really good. Your rival is basically Yandere Goku. All she wants to do is fight, and if anyone else tries to fight you, she will hurt them. In my head, anyway.
She encourages you to go to the gyms, and then she's like, but just fight me.
Yeah.
Nobody else. Yeah. It's only me.
Go do this. She's sanctioned you to fight the gym leaders so that you can become a champion and you can rule the world together or whatever. But if anyone else takes an interest in you, she is like, no, I found them first, you GTFO, bitch. and she gets super protective, and I'm just like, oh my God, why is our rival this time a Yandere? I love it though. It's because it's different, right? I know, like, still, like Gary or Blue, was entitled, well, my grandfather's the professor, and I can get all the best Pokemon, blah 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 blah. And she wasn't kidding about leaving Palmo in the box after all that. Oh no, I did that off screen. I got that evolution to work off screen, and I was disappointed that, like, Palmy is little and adorable, and it runs around on all 4s, and it's super cute. And then it evolves to Palmo, and it's basically, it just stands up. I think it gets more tufts of hair. Right, but it literally is just Palmy on hind legs rather than on all 4s.
Why are they so obsessed with creatures being on their hind legs? Can they not just stay on 4 without being a horse?
I don't know. And then, so I got the run around evolution to trigger, and it's bigger again. It just got more hair again. Like, it's like, so it literally, like, it's hey Keith.
Hey Keith.
There's another one like that, Bramblin, that turns into like Ghost Tumbleweed.
Oh,
And
that thing. I
its
thought it was.
Pokedex entry is like mass outbreaks of these can flood cities, and I'm just like, oh no.
It doesn't help that they look like what are those crabs called? Snow? No, they're not snow crabs. They're the big crabs with the really long legs. They're always in Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah, the
know the
big,
one.
big, huge ones. When you hold it up, it covers your entire character. And
Yeah,
it just looks like one of them curled in a ball, like when you find a dead spider and all its legs are
yeah.
pointing on the inside.
And then you've got the beetle that like the roller bug
Oh, it rolls around the poop.
rolls around with its own poop, and then it just turns into an ancient Egyptian death scarab.
Yeah. And was it Loston who said that the beetle is not
The
actually
Pokedex
the
entry
Pokemon?
says it.
It says, yeah.
The
That's what,
Pokedex
that's,
entry
that's
is
where
like
we heard it though.
yeah, the Pokedex entry is like the beetle holding the orb never moves, leading scientists to believe that the orb is actually the body, and you're just like, oh no, that is
But this random orb is just pulling around a dead beetle instead of
Right.
the other way around.
Yeah. Reiko!
Hey, Reiko!
So like, I love this game. I really do. I love Scarlet and Violet so far, right? I genuinely do. But every time the game has a heart attack, my immersion just dies. And I'm just like, oh.
See, I'm still at the stage where I'm excited for glitches. I kind of hope they'll happen because that'll be fun.
Because we never really got that out of WWE 2K20. By the time
by the time we got to that, it was already patched.
Yeah, they patched the crap out of it. So so this is us this is our Fallout. Like Cyberpunk, I have that on PS5, so that's nowhere near as glitchy as the PS4 or the base Xbox Series X version or whatever, right? Or is that what they? Yes. Oh, God, the Xbox naming convention gets me every time. I never remember which one is which. But the Xbox One, the base VCR looking one of those, like it dies a death on that. So this is our we get to be involved in this. But like I do love like that, like I'm kind of getting tired of rivals to pick the Pokemon that's weak to you. I would actually prefer Nemona's character if she had gone with the Pokemon stronger to you.
Yeah,
because
then
it's
you would have
another
had
thing.
to like build yourself up to actually beat her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, like, so Gary was an entitled piece of garbage. Well, my grandfather, like, he's the one who gives out the Pokemon, so I have an advantage, and I'm going to do all the blah, blah, blah. Silver just declares war. Like, Silver looks at you and goes, yeah, I'm going to murder you in your sleep. Then your rival in Gen 3, Ruby and Sapphire, is just the professor's child. So this is kind of where the friendly rival thing really starts.
Yeah.
Because they're not antagonistic. They're just out doing field work for their dad.
Yeah.
And they happen to run into you on occasion. And then Gen 4, well, it was Barry. That's we don't talk about Barry. Not my favorite. Look, I appreciate that he has fans, but again, it's the friendly rival. Yeah. And then the player character that you don't pick is again the professor's assistant, and you fight them twice, maybe 3 times. Then Gen 5, which are my favorites. Yeah, your rivals were your best friends since childhood. You all picked the Pokemon. And it made sense then that one got the weaker one to you because there was 3 of you in it. You were all going out on your journey together as friends, and it's really nice and it's heartwarming. And I'm so happy I now have a physical copy of Black again because I love that game so much. But it kind of made sense. But you had N, who was the leader of the evil team, Team Plasma, and again they're basically, because Gen 5 is,
does he have green hair?
He does, yeah. Because this Gen 5 is like this soft reboot of the franchise in general, despite what people will try to dissuade you on. Like Team Plasma are basically Team Rocket without the Mafia influence. They're just PETA instead.
Okay.
So they guilt trip you into giving up your Pokemon because battling, and it's like keeping them captured in Pokemon. You know, like what they say about like SeaWorld and things like what PETA would say about SeaWorld and things like that. But they're,
well, regular people would also say that. But yeah, I get what you're
but
going.
you get where I'm going from, right? But I was also getting to the point was then they go and treat the animals worse.
Yeah, so that's PETA. Yeah.
Yeah. So they have all that to them, but it's basically Team Rocket without the Mafia.
Yeah.
You know. So it made sense that your big rival for that was you know, the leader of the evil team, because your friends, well, they were just off having an adventure like you and learning about the world and blah blah blah.
Mm.
X and Y, you're the rival. No.
Okay.
And like my
I've
head,
never played it.
oh, my head canon for X and Y is you're the rival. You're the Gary Oak. You're the Silver. You're the this. Because
Okay.
this is where Pokemon started going into this thing where you've moved in from another region or another town, and you've come into you know, you've come into these people's lives.
Yeah.
So the person who would be normally the protagonist, their mother is like this famed Rhyhorn racer. Talk about an
Okay.
extreme sport, racing,
Yeah.
like riding Rhyhorns and racing them.
God.
God, yeah, talk about extreme sports, right? So they've got, right, so they've already got this sort of, well, my mother's this kind of known celebrity kind of person, and I want to be this kind of trainer. And every time they try and get stronger, and every time they feel like they're getting further in the world, you're like, nah, I'm still better. I just turned up, and like
Yeah.
like that, they're the character that teaches you how to catch Pokemon. They're introducing you to the world of Pokemon, and you overlap them like that,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Just in case the snapping didn't pick up on the mic, you know. So my headcanon is always that in X and Y you're the rival because you have just crushed the protagonist's dreams.
Yeah.
You know, because you just waltzed into their lives, you made friends with all of their friends. I will say though, X and Y have the worst group of friends. Shauna, Turnio, and Twerp can all die in a fire. Okay, maybe that's extreme. They just weren't my favorites.
Yeah.
All right, and I'll be nice about it. And then what? So then we had Sun and Moon, and your rival is How, which is Hop minus the caffeine.
Right.
You know, Lily is there, but she's not a rival. She's a dote. You know, she's a damsel, and then comes into her own and stops being a damsel and blah blah blah. Right?
Yeah.
She's not a rival. She's just another character. Her brother is more of a rival to you than, you know. But Hop is your main rival. I mean,
Yeah.
Sorry, How. And
How.
he's just Hop without the caffeine. And then we got Sword and Shield, and God.
Yeah, but like it's kind of working out. The what you said a minute ago, like I think we grew up with Hop in that game, but it feels like we just plow into town and crush his hopes and dreams.
Oh yeah,
completely.
oh yeah, same as X and Y.
But he actually gets like really depressed about it.
Oh yeah,
I'm just there like, ha, suffer, small child.
But the problem is Hop has a whole character arc that, much like a lot of Sword and Shield, happens off screen.
Yeah.
Hop's character arc about getting depressed about losing to Bede, not feeling like he's able to live up to his brother's expectations, all of that, it all happens off screen.
Yeah,
you're not a protagonist in that game. You're a side character at best.
Yeah, it's like the part I was just on.
Yeah,
like I shared the screenshot, and it's like
oh, is this the bit where there's the explosion and everyone's like, no, you focus on winning gym badges.
Go to the gym.
We'll
take care of this.
Let the
Don't
adults sort
worry.
the explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, can I participate in the plot, please?
Yeah. At least Gladion tells you to take a hike when you enter his hotel room. Yeah. You know, so like Gladion is as close as we've had to a. Well, no, Bede was a good rival in Sword and Shield. Like he seemed to be a very much a mix of Gary and Silver, in that he was kind of up his own ass, but it came back to bite him in the end.
Yeah.
And he sort of had to learn to mellow out and then become a good person. And that was really nice character development to see. But hops all happen. Sorry, I nearly said hops all happens. That all happens off screen, so you have no participation in that whatsoever.
Yeah, except just making him feel worse. And
every time you beat him,
he shows up. Yeah.
Yeah. No, and then
like, oh, I better go practice again. Oh,
yeah,
I better go practice again.
And then there is no rival in Arceus.
Yeah.
There's not. Like, the other player character is there, but they're not a rival. You fight them like, again, similar to the original Diamond and Pearl, because they're the professor's assistant or whatever. You fight them like twice.
Yeah, they're afraid of their own Pokemon.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Player being rival for Wally to aspire to was the best execution of the idea. Yeah, Wally is a good one. Like Wally's the other character that you don't see in Diamond and Pearl. Sorry, in Ruby and Sapphire, because he's, you come across him once or twice, and he's like this.
What was in Diamond and Pearl?
He's this frail asthmatic kid.
Yeah.
And like his parents are like, "Oh no, you can't go off because you'll basically die." And he aspires to be like you, and then when you come across him again, like he's the champion, and you're like, "Holy crap!" Again, character development that all happens off screen, but the couple of times you do encounter him, it's like they're aspiring to be like you, not overtake you. They're not. It's the friendly rival idea, I think, done the right way. Which is what I kind of love about, we've come back around now to Nimona, where the only thing I don't like about Nimona is that she picks the starter weakest to you, and that's a trend that I hated. Like that happened before. I want to say that was Sun and Moon started that trend. Because
where does Diamond and Pearl fit in?
Diamond and Pearl are the 4th games.
What's that kid's name?
Barry?
Barry, thank you.
Yeah, we were just talking. Yeah, the hyperactive one.
I can never remember his name because we called him like Tommy and Ralph.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I've never, because that was my first time playing it, was the remix, and
yeah,
I've never known his real name.
Yeah. But like if you take the Yandere stuff out of Nimona, he's just Goku. Like, and I've seen people draw manga chapters to that effect, where it's just taking these really iconic scenes from Dragon Ball, from the Dragon Ball manga, and just replacing the characters with like Nimona and the player character. So instead of Goku and Vegeta or whatever, it's just Nimona and the player character, and some of them are like really detailed. Like seeing Nimona in the Toriyama Dragon Ball style is like, oh, I don't hate this. Wally to me is like Tails, how Tails wants to be Sonic. That's actually a very good sort of take on that. No, I would agree with that. That's very good.
The one thing that bothers me about Nimona is that she's built up straight away as like she's a champion, she's this, and she's so interested in raising up all these Pokemon. She already had all these Pokemon that she had so many that she was focused on that she didn't even get the free one from the school.
Yeah.
And then she picks this weak ass Pokemon to you, and you're like, oh, you're not that great then, are you?
Yeah.
How'd you beat in 5 minutes with my weak ass Pokemon?
Well, see, that's the thing, and they kind of do explain that. It's like she is so taken in by your talent for battling or something, she effectively starts over. Like there's points in the game where you come across her, like every time you go into a gym, she's like, warm up battle, bestie. There's a couple of points where she's like, oh, I can't use my actual team because I have to remember you're only starting out. So let me go and tweak my team for you. So they do kind of explain why she doesn't just curb stomp you every time, because she's effectively starting over.
That still doesn't explain why she did it first.
Oh yeah,
she didn't think of that first.
No, I get that.
Until you get down to the beach and she's already chosen one.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. But I think this is more of a case of gameplay and story segregation, where the Pokemon Company in their infinite wisdom have deemed it too mean if the rival has an advantage over you. So unless you're basically God, the game isn't fun in their eyes. And I'm like, no, give us a challenge.
That's what makes
this is why this is why man created nuzlocking. To make the game more challenging,
which is worse than pirating.
Which is worse than pirating, according to Game Freak. Yeah. Oh, let's not get into that again.
How long have we been? Only 30 minutes. Okay, we're okay.
It's a slight difference, but I could see how they overlap. Yeah. No, I think that's in relation to the Wally and Tails thing. But but again, like I'm really enjoying Scarlet and Violet. Well, I'm playing Violet, you're playing Scarlet. I may have to steal Scarlet and replay it for Pokemon I can't get. But or I can hold on until you're further into the game and then I can join in your games and we can trade and blah blah blah. But anyway, I'm enjoying it. It's just a shame. Again, I feel like a broken record at this point. The graphical issues that Game Freak have rushed this game out to market with, because they had to meet a deadline, because they've got cards and plushies and toys, and I can't even complain because there's a goddamn life-size Fuecoco coming for me tomorrow that I'm probably going to have at about lunchtime.
But to be fair, you would have probably enjoyed him even if the game wasn't coming out for another 6 months.
This is true,
If
but
we
I wouldn't
still
have...
had the trailers and everything.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have
Yeah.
seen him in as much motion to go, oh, he's just a big idiot, I love him. I was gonna pick Sprigatito up until I actually played the video game and went, oh no, he's actually amazing.
Liked him before that.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think it was more that I picked Team Fire in the Splatfest and I kind of had to lean into the gimmick. But like I was all on Team Sprigatito because Weed Cat.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
I'm
wanted...
probably one of the few people who hates that.
Oh yeah, no, I
Cat.
hate that name.
Yeah.
But I was leaning into it more so because I was like, oh, a grass litten. Can you be a wrestler too?
Mm,
And that's not quite what happened, but
we shall see.
yeah, I like the designs are out there.
Yeah.
I won't spoil anything. It basically doesn't become grass Incineroar, and I'm like, oh, okay, fine. If the game was based more in Mexico than Spain and Portugal, they might have gone down that route because Lucha Libre and things like that. I think it might have worked a lot better. But
where was Lytton?
well, it was Alola.
Alola,
Yeah, so they're the Hawaiian Islands. So you've got the Samoan dynasty.
Yeah,
You've got
so that made sense. Yeah.
yeah, like it made sense to make Lytton a wrestler.
Yeah.
You know,
Like, if it
but
was like Poke France, I was gonna be like, what?
do we have Poke France?
You know?
Has no.
No.
I could never remember the name. Lumios? No, that's the city. That's the Paris of the city. Poke France does exist. It's the world for X and Y. But
What's Unova then?
Unova is black and white, and it's meant to be America, but
Ah.
it's really just New York and the upper tri-state area.
Okay.
It's not all of America.
Mm.
It's just New York and the upper tri-state area.
Totodile and Fuecoco would be nice friends. Have you seen the comics?
Oh, the comics putting Totodile and Fuecoco
it's
together
so
are
good.
amazing. And then there's Fuecoco and Gabite are another one. Another pairing people like just as friends.
Yeah.
There's one
Where
particular...
they're eating the money.
I was literally just about to say, so there's a comic out there where Fuecoco and Totodile meet like on like a school playground, and Fuecoco is I bite and Totodile is I bite. And the two of them are just like best friends. And Sprigatito and Quaxley are over the corner going, oh god, why are there two of him? And then there's another one by the same artist where a Chansey, it might be a Blissey, but I think it's a Chansey, is talking to Fuecoco and Gibble.
Gibble, yeah.
And she's like, okay, children, you're old enough to start having an allowance. Think carefully about how you'll spend your money. And Fuecoco's like, I ate the money! And Gibble is just like, I helped!
Yeah, she gives them the money, turns around, and then turns back to that.
Yeah.
Like, I ate it.
Just the look of horror on the Chansey's face as well. So the fan art and the comics and things have been they've been great. But yeah. So like despite how easy it is, I love it as it's the only one you can rollerblade in. Yeah, X and Y you could rollerblade. And I was like, so instead of a bike, they gave you rollerblades. So I was like,
Yeah.
but I think you get a bike later. Maybe I'm misremembering.
I just like sitting on the Pokemon and running around.
Oh yeah, sitting on Miraidon and just it basically being like Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh is a joy. You can just battle on your motorcycles.
Yeah, or back when you could in
Pokemon battles on motorcycles. There's a reference.
Arceus with all the different creatures you could use as well.
Oh yeah, like Weirdeer and Basculegion and things like that. Yeah.
And Ursaluna, when she found something, she'd do the little dance.
Yeah. Yeah, they're fun. So like, it's again, and this will be sort of because we will need to move on because we have new Megaforms to talk about.
Yes.
We have bracelets to upgrade to. We have an episode to watch. We've a mailbag to get through. We don't have any spoilers this week, so that'll probably be next week. But I've seen the preview for next week because I always kind of watch ahead, and I can't wait for the Monster of the Week next week. I'm super excited for her. But yeah, we've a lot to get through today. So I will say this. Scarlet and Violet are very fun games that are unfortunately brought down and the experience lessened by how untimely their release is, because the game needed at least 6 more months to just cook and fix the glitches and just to be presentable. Just because it runs doesn't mean it's fit for consumption. You know, and as much fun as I'm having with it, I think it might almost top Black and White as my favorite games if the experience wasn't so janky. It's that damn good.
Yeah.
It is the game. It is that damn good. Where's my water? Where's my water? It's all about the game and how you play it.
Oh.
But this is why you're all here, remember? For tangents and stupid impressions. Not the Digimon. That comes secondary. Right.
So on that note, are we going to do the bracelets first or watch the episode?
No, I think we'll do the episode. Cause I know we'll have Reiko's artist corner.
Yeah.
Because Xiaojinmon is finished. So we'll be able to show that off as well. Sorry. Let me just have a look at the chat here because I think there's a couple of comments we overlooked. Reiko said, imagine showing on screen the character arc of the only character you see more than once in the game. In terms of Hop, yeah. How did love his malasadas? They're a food item. Yeah, it's still the whole game of going shut up how or dang it how. Yeah, because he is the prototype for Hop. Like, I don't know if anyone has seen. I'd say maybe a majority of people have, but if there are video comparisons of the animations used for Hop, and they're just 100% pulled from How. Like, they just use the exact same framework and animations, and they just put a new skin over it. So, which makes sense given that one is just the other on caffeine. I want to, or maybe a stronger substance.
No, Hal and Barry had a child. That's what Hop is.
Hop is the offspring of Hal and Barry. Oh, God, I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
All I remember about that kid was everyone saying, oh, he's just running everywhere, and he runs up to you and goes, right, I'll see you later, and off he goes. So, but yeah, he's the caffeine side of Hop, therefore, yeah.
Brilliant.
I think I saw Ben commenting back there. Anti-Demon.
Oh, fun. Are we digivolving again, are we?
The train.
Trainmon, yeah, well,
But
Trailmon. But hello, Ben.
I'm about to unleash my rage.
That was so in Black and White 2. The rival character was called Hugh, right? The black white Hugh.
Yeah.
Right, shades of grey. Anyway, and his whole thing was like he was an angry boy because Team Plasma had stolen his sister's Pokemon.
Yeah.
And that's his whole thing. They stole her Pokemon. Like spoilers, she gets them back. Like, it's not like they murdered them or something.
Yeah.
But he's an angry boy and he's full of anger. Yeah. And everything is like, you better watch yourself or you're gonna feel my rage. His whole thing. He's such an edgelord. But between the diversity of the characters, there's a lot of representative diversity within the game. Grusha, Rika, a lot of muscle ladies, a lot of Like there's a guy, one of the teachers is just a muscle man in a medium shirt. You know, there's a lot of there's a lot of good representation in the game. There's a lot of the diversity of the Pokemon you can catch rivals Black and White too, I would say, from just what you can get en route and how early you can sort of start to look at optimizing your team. So would I recommend the games? Yes. Would I recommend them now? Yeah, maybe wait for a price drop. That's Nintendo. That's not going to happen.
No.
Maybe just give it another couple of months and see if there's a patch to fix the frame rate issues.
Or if you want the glitches like me, just play.
Yeah, there's that. You know, if you want something,
because you'll have extra fun if you're actually into that.
Yeah, if you want to fall through the floor or have your character lose their face or anything, yeah, by all means.
You know me, I love things with sped up animations and.
Oh god, yeah, you and the Leon at 400%.
Oh, that kills me every time. The gun floating in the leg, just flying around it. It's... I'll never get over that.
No. Oh, that's very good.
Really sad moment, and Leon's jaw is down here, and his eyeballs are over to the side. Oh.
Black and White 2 Rival had such a strong start and turned into such a disappointment about 5 gyms in. You wanted him to go away and leave you alone. Yeah, like the gimmick does wear thin. Okay, so finally we'll get to this episode.
42 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just referencing Yami's comment.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing Yami's not in work tomorrow.
Neither am I. Well, I'm minding the kids, but yeah.
Lose the Face, Assassin's Creed Unity. Yeah, Assassin's Creed Unity, Fallout 76, Cyberpunk 2077, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. It's a very unique Hall of Fame to be a part of. All right, so look, as ever, we are watching this episode on the Crunchyroll app. Feel free to join along with us as part of the watch along, or however it is that you consume your anime. Now, so I'm going to count us in.
Okay.
So this, hey Jackie. So this is episode. Oh,
I was just going to say, before you count us in, if you hear me dying, just ignore it. Or if the mic just goes mute randomly, just ignore it. I'm just letting people know in case suddenly I cough really scarily.
It's fine. Basically, you heard Meg. If she dies, ignore her.
Yeah, just ignore me.
It's fine. Don't pay no attention to the dying woman in the corner.
Yeah,
it's fine. Right. So. Right. I was in the middle of a thing, and then I'm like,
you hadn't started.
Yoinked out of it, and then
yeah,
but I have to find my pacing again.
Yeah, but I just had to warn people.
Did you though?
I did.
Might have been more fun.
No.
Meg just suddenly starts dying out of nowhere. That could have been more fun.
My cough is like scarily like a scary old man. So.
So. Sorry, that was the dragon.
That wasn't me coughing. That was just
no.
You.
That was the dragon. So 3, 2, 1. Don't you dare. Episode 54 of Digimon Ghost Game, Second Sight, starting now. Da-da-da. Faction. I'm kind of annoyed that this hasn't been updated for the new bracelets. Maybe when everyone starts getting megas, maybe we'll finally get a new opening.
Like, it's not like it's that much work either. They just have to recolor them.
Yeah, like they did for the ending.
Yeah.
Where it was blue for 2 weeks and now it's red.
Yeah. They could have just done that. Like, it's not like they show up a whole lot in it.
No. And maybe that's why they didn't. Because it's like, it's not worth it for the limited screen time they have.
Maybe.
Oide. So Shinjitsu no man after Vanic show up. Super Go to Odobuki. The moments make you labyrinth.
I like when
Open
the word labyrinth is in Japanese songs. They would say labyrinths.
Yeah. Because there's like 4 Gamamon on screen there, that bit on the right just always looks like it's waiting to be filled in by another Digimon. Like, God forbid we put Ryudomon or Espimon in there now.
Yeah.
You know, considering.
Squeeze the 2 little ones in there.
Yeah. Or even just Espimon. I mean, it's not like.
Wow, I really couldn't.
Oh, he fished!
Sparkly!
Espimon, what are you doing, actually? That guy's a fake. Why are we still doing this? This plot line better come to an end tonight.
Yeah.
I'm getting kind of tired of this fake hero stuff when they haven't done anything with it.
Were they just hooking fish and chucking them back in?
Oh, yeah, that's a thing.
I hate that.
Yeah, because you've already made the thing in their mouth. Yeah.
Having someone just hooking you in the face and then tossing you back in the water.
Oh. I love that, like, Nomura and Gamamon are just friends now. Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
You weren't paying attention, that's what happened.
Hey, Pedja.
Hey, Bedda. It'd be so funny when he broke his leg doing that.
Oh, I know. Like, it was one of those kind of things where, like, you can't change the result.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And 1 and star 1. What is up with Espimon this week? Yeah. Oh, thanks. Yeah. Video. Gamamon does not care.
What are you
Choco.
gonna call this video game?
No.
I heard you say video.
Mm.
Oh.
Oh.
They just straight up showed him getting hit by that.
Oh. Jesus. Gamamon got isekai'd.
Do you need to breathe?
Yes, the baby needs to breathe.
Does he though? Do they though? How did she spin in that chair standing up?
Tentacles? She used her tentacles to spin it, I guess.
Can you try that?
You know my tentacles don't exist in this reality, right?
Hero, you should just go home to bed.
He looks tired. Fortune teller. Misfortune readings. Oh God. It looks like he's in the mid stages of having Clockmon take his taking his vitality. Ooh. Okay.
Of course, Jellymon's making a profit.
Of course. Jellymon is our cryptocurrency Digimon after all. Oh God. Okay. I was about to say thank God so far none of these have actually ended up in death, but no, that girder just killed her.
Yeah. This is fun. Look how sickly he is.
So
There's no one else noticing this.
how unfortunate are all these students that every one of them is going to die or get hurt? Is he getting horns?
Are those his shoulder blades?
Oh,
yeah.
Jellymon's just like, my profits. Aw, the tears in Gamamon's eyes. The sparkly lake. Oh.
Oh, is that like embedded in his head?
Yeah.
Or is it just sitting in his hair?
No, I think it's embedded in his skull.
Like the barnacle.
Like a yeah.
Yeah. Let's just keep his hair down. I don't want to look at that.
The horns also seem to be Octomon horns, so I wonder is it turning Hero into an Octomon? Well, he's wearing his bandages this week. Not letting that go.
Alright.
Okay. Product placement, kinda, sorta. I love that she's leaning more into his weebiness lately. That's amazing.
So the subtitles say Octomon.
Yeah.
Is that a typo?
No, I think that's the Japanese way of putting his name. It'd be like Octomon, but the English version is just Octo because.
Nobody thought of maybe getting him some painkillers or
some ibuprofen, or no, we're just gonna let him
bring
suffer.
him to Mommymon and he can sedate him at least.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's at least that's convenient, isn't it? His text is in orange.
Eh.
Oh God.
I've seen this.
Oh God! It just pulled out a sword. Oh.
Oh. Okay, he has the things on him.
Yeah. So that one doesn't.
I just like them.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
My door!
Every time.
Oh, I thought that was heroes going
Yeah.
off. I was like, how? You have no strength. Nothing is happening to you.
Yeah, Kyosho in full-on gamer mode is amazing.
Hello, Auntie Lamont. I mean, surely it's got to be more comfortable to have them out of your face.
Were they both using their Fujitsu to cheat at the game?
I guess.
Did one just cheat better than the other?
Has he gotten angry at them for not being better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, they're not barnacles, really. They just sit on his face.
Yeah, I've never actually noticed that he's just an octopus in a jar.
Yeah, they just sit on it. They're not holes in it and living
Yeah.
inside it. Okay, that's much better. So that thing is not embedded in his skull. It's just sitting on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lessens the body horror a little bit. Your frail hands don't even have a pot. Explode! Oh, I could have told you that 20 minutes ago, hero. Your head will explode.
Final Destination strikes again.
Poor hero, though. Oh, God. Hero becomes Gilid Human confirmed. Espimon.
Determined eyes.
I somehow feel like this one's taking pleasure in hurting him.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh, oh no, I don't like this. I take it back. I was joking when I said Gilladhumon. I was joking. Oh, yeah, okay, so he is just turning into an Octomon. Okay, Octomon. Oh. Yeah.
Okay, and Gorman, do you want to just pick him up? You know?
What, and then infect Angoramon?
Just,
Oh no.
there's only one there. They can't. It's not going to infect him. Only bones.
You need...
Stop shouting it out.
Cyberbats. So will he actually believe it's the real hero after this? Annoying part with this ep is that there's clearly a sub-story going on off-screen. Yeah, like what about the other people who were infected? We just don't see them after they're on the monitor.
What's the Espimon been doing and why does he not? Like, does he have one on him? Where is it?
Did that collision with... Oh. Oh god.
Oh wow.
Oh no. Oh, that's awful. Oh. Hero can finally get a good night's sleep. The red things left over. Oh god. We're gonna have to take a visit to we're gonna have to take a visit to Mummymon, huh? Yeah.
Could have like brought him into it either way. You know? Okay.
That's it.
He said they'd go catch sparklies and they went and caught sparklies.
I guess. It's just...
Did you want to see Mommy Money?
No, well, yeah, but that wasn't what I was... It was just kind of like... Angoramon had his little haiku bit SB Mom went, huh? And then they're just fishing, and that's it.
Yeah. At the end of it, it's kind of like they wrote it out and then did it, and then they went, "Oh crap, we have no space for an ending."
we have 20 seconds of airtime to fill. What do we do? It was fine. It wasn't as mad on the body horror as we've seen.
Yeah, it was when we learned that they were barnacles of some description. I was like, oh no, because they look like holes. But no, they weren't like little eyes poking through skin or anything, so I was okay. But he is really beat up, isn't he?
Yeah.
I wonder he needs warnings of danger. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Claw stitched onto his tentacle. Is it meant to be like a peg leg?
I don't know. Just a little friend that clings to you. You'd want them around forever. No, we learned a couple of weeks ago that's not a good thing. Maybe the humans are the one being taken care of. Well, humans are just cats. Oh, okay. He said it. There it is. Bastemon! Let's go! Bakaneko. Oh. Oh, I can't wait to see what Ghost Game does with Bastemon. That's gonna be so fun. Oh.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Cat waifu? Yeah, let's go. What is it with the show and cat waifus?
With the show and waifus.
Also fair.
Wait for Rico to drop Astamon either. That's gonna be fun.
Okay. So what did we like about this episode?
Majority of it. I kind of want to look at SB-Mon back at the pool at the start again.
Okay.
And just because how did all of those get in his mouth?
Yeah, SB-Mon was being
a fish. Did he?
Maybe, yeah.
Did he drink the water and they were all in it?
Yeah,
I just remember him standing there and then he was weird and then he like flew away.
Yeah, like he was super weird, like from the start. You know, like he went on about like, oh, the real hero is good at fishing, but that guy's a fake, and that was kind of it. We never saw.
Yeah.
Did we? I don't think we seen anything.
I feel like he flew down to the pool after that because when it opened on them by the pool, he kind of did a weird flying motion around them and it looked kind of wonky.
Yeah.
And then he said that, and then I can't remember if he flew down to the pool or if he. So that's why I kind of want to look at it again just to see. Now that we know something happened at the pool.
Yeah.
And then again, that other guy was just fishing there.
Oh yeah, he was just a guy hanging out, wasn't he?
Yeah. So I don't know.
You know.
That was just disgusting. They were all in his mouth. Ugh.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Like, no hover SB-Mon this week either, which. Yeah, the SB-Mon bit, like Yami says, the SB-Mon bit is what bothered me. Like, what the frig happened there? Yeah, he was just complaining about. He was doing the usual fake hero bit, and then suddenly he's infected.
Yeah, that's why I was like, maybe we should look at that again. Just see if there's anything we missed now that we're aware that something happened. I don't know.
Yeah, it just. But that subplot needs to end like soon. Like he can't, like if we're gonna get another 30 weeks of this, in theory. Like well, okay, what 26.
The other hosts, then how did SB-Mon end up with all of them? Like, was he going around collecting them off screen? Like, is that how they ended up there?
Yeah, I don't know.
Did that man at the end, did he not turn to hero and go, so did that weird happen to you this week? Because I got spikes and nearly died.
Was the guy at the pool also telling the future? Did he set up a fortune shop or misfortune shop?
Misfortune.
Also, Jellymon trying to like profit off of Hero's pain. That's
Yeah,
on brand. That's
it's
on
very
brand.
on brand. It's like, and she again, that's something she should have been reprimanded for instead of helping. She
Oh
went
god, you remember
profit.
that? You remember that one week Jellymon actually got reprimanded, and we thought, "Oh hey, this will be a turning point for the." Oh no, never
Nope.
mind. She's just off doing her own thing. She's just doing whatever she wants again.
Hmm.
How how not to love Jellymon? I mean, she doesn't make it easy, but you know, it's also not the toughest thing in the world to do. Um,
Yeah, I think I agree with Edja. I think this was about a 4.
really?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I didn't think it was that good,
I
but
enjoyed it, and
yeah.
the whole bit with like you know me with Gamamon being cute, and he's like, "I want to save Hero, help me save Hero. We were friends," and
Yeah,
all this emotional music.
but
And
that kind of bugged me because we don't know. Because Espimon was weird at the start of the episode,
mm,
so him suddenly needing a power of friendship speech to cough up all the Fujitsumon was just weird. Everything felt out of place.
I didn't think it felt out of place.
Hmm.
Maybe he was weird because the leader was already in his head.
Maybe. Like, then there was that bit later where, like, before Gabamon nearly got isekai'd, where
Mm.
Espimon is following them and then goes, "Nah, I'm out,"
Yeah, but
and
that's
just and
him.
just and he just nopes out
But
with
that's
it.
probably because he was full on possessed rather than had something stuck to his head.
Mm.
So I think it went a little differently for him.
What happened to Espimon spikes?
Yeah, he didn't get any either. But that's what I mean. He was possessed, so maybe it wasn't affecting him the same. Or maybe Digimon don't get the spikes.
Maybe that's bleak considering that,
That's
that,
why
that
it
that's
affected the humans.
that's a bleak um
Could also be they said Hero had no pot on his head.
yeah,
Espimon looks like he's made out of a
they were in his mouth though.
Yeah, I know, but
You know, it's
he's
not like
like
he was wearing his space helmet,
yeah,
which
but he's
which he, you know, he doesn't Buzz Lightyear that, you know.
but is he? I don't know. Is he like squishy animal on the inside, or is he? Is that how it works with Digimon?
uh, I really don't know, but the idea that,
Because
like, if
technically he's data, right?
well, look, if the Fujitsumon can't convert Espimon into an Octomon, that is very that is a bleak way of looking at why we have Octomon in the first place. Because Fujitsumon have just converted humans.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with that. No, um,
Random humans that stumbled into the digital world. That's what happened. They didn't burn up first. No, I did. I really enjoyed this episode.
well, I'm happy for you. Hold on. So, uh, right, I don't really have a whole lot to say. It was kind of Espimon was just weird.
But that was the point.
Yeah, no, I don't know, but like, let me actually finish my thoughts. Um, Jellymon was Jellymon. I mean, the best part of the episode. Jesus, everyone's. Jeez, am I wrong? Am I out of touch? No, it's the chat who are wrong.
I'm not.
No, you just chat. Um, like I don't know. Like the best part of the episode for me was when Kyoshiro turned into an advertising spot, and Jellymon did the whole behind him for dramatic effect.
Yeah, no, that was fun. But then the two Octomon,
Yeah, I'll just say
Octomon
Octo. Yeah.
that came out, and they were and the fight, and then he was like, they were. I found them quite entertaining,
Yeah.
and the Fujitsuma,
Yeah.
yeah, they were quite creepy.
Like they just fecked off because he got annoyed they didn't help him win a video game, and that's
He insulted them. He called
yeah,
them useless. Yeah, that was his fault
yeah.
because he was an angry gamer.
Fisher and
He was
Jellymon
kind-
steal the show every time they do something. This is true.
This is true.
Well, like I don't really have a lot to say. I mean, it was fine. I don't know if I'd go out of my way to watch it again, though.
Yeah, I liked it.
Like, I felt bad for Hero and
Oh, I felt
Jellymon
really bad for
profiting
Hero.
off him, and every child in the world seemingly having a near-death experience.
Yeah,
if
all the
not
people
for
in their
Hero.
class having it'd be different if they were like on a class trip to Paris.
Yeah,
But no, they were all falling downstairs and girders were falling out of buildings.
yeah. One girl nearly just basically died. Like,
yeah.
you know, I felt bad for Hero. You know, I feel like Hero deserves like a week's worth of sleep at this point.
Yeah.
And even then, fixing the plot didn't fix Hero's arm. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like when we left off with Kyoshiro and he just had vines for legs.
Yeah. But then it does clip to him being better again, so he didn't have a jelly arm when he was fishing.
Thankfully, that would have
Because
been
that would have at least alerted
the
the
old
man who
man.
had spikes to kind of go, you had a weird week too.
I like the curveball of it being Fujitsumon over the trailer that made it seem like a mediocre Octomon ep. I mean, yeah.
Oh, yeah, see, we didn't have that.
No, see, we didn't have that. We knew it was going to be
knew it was gonna be that,
Fujitsumon.
yeah.
To be fair, I forgot this week until the Twitter account put up the Octomon profile from the reference book. I was like, oh god, it's this episode. Like, I'd forgotten this was going to be a thing.
I also like it better because it didn't make me feel like the eyes.
Yeah, this wasn't the Eismon episode where
I didn't get all "Ugh." Like there were some little moments, but I wasn't like all itchy and gross watching watching it just because I was looking at it.
Yeah. I didn't like this episode.
No?
No. And that's in it. That's I kind of like that we disagree at the same time.
Yeah, we have had a lot of samey lately as well.
Yeah.
But to be fair, a lot of episodes were very mediocre, so there wasn't much to be.
Mediocre. See, the double-edged sword of spoilers. Well,
See,
I mean, you say
spoil.
you say spoilers. It was what, 2 lines, 3 lines of a this happens.
Yeah, well, actually, I think we got a good enough description in this episode. We just forgot it.
Which is fair.
Yeah. But see, I wouldn't have known either way. So.
Yeah, like, I mean, the episode was fine. Again, my favorite scene is Kyoshiro being a pro gamer. My crackpot theory, the reason for this episode is give the kids a tiny bit of Digimon DNA so they can go through the gate without burning up should the event come. I would appreciate that if everyone was infected.
Well, Kyoshiro already has it.
But Kyoshiro, I suppose Kyoshiro... Well, yeah, I suppose Kyoshiro did get turned into a plant for a week.
So
Hero was part octopus and really had mushrooms growing out of her. Maybe if they go that route, I'll turn around on this episode because that's a very clever way of building up to that. No, it's not a shabby theory at all.
Crackpots.
Well, as long as the Fujitsumon live on the pot and not on our skulls, that's fine. But that's not a bad theory at all, Keith. Good shout. I really like that. That's
I'd forgotten about Ruli. So I was kind of like, but she didn't get any, and then I went, oh, she did.
No, she did. Yeah, she became like she became mushroom food for an episode, and there's probably been
she
else.
was.
Oh, she had
was a salamander as well.
She was a salamander as well, wasn't she?
Yeah. There you go. got plenty of DNA. She's all good.
Yeah. Don't say it like that.
It's in her brain.
I hate you. I hate you so much. I'm not explaining that to the chat because that is a completely different conversation for a completely different podcast.
But she was, but she had to be.
Well, she was still converted by Salamander Mon.
Yeah, it had to turn her into one.
Yeah.
So there's something there that would have triggered that.
I mean, so whether you go with that or her becoming mushroom food for a week, there's still some sort of biological metamorphical change that's happened to her body. Similar to Kyoshiro and now Hiro. Does that mean the gate wouldn't affect Nomura?
He was only Sake.
But he was Digimon Sake.
True. He'll go through and burn up extra because now he's made of alcohol.
He was also groomed by Oleamon.
Yes, but did that have anything to do with DNA?
Well, she was after... No, I'm not finishing that sentence either. That sounds weird.
But I don't think she changed him in any way.
No, she was just going to serve him as is, I guess.
Yeah.
Wasn't she also a gecko?
That's the salamander. Yeah.
Is that the same? Is that the same episode?
Yeah.
Oh wait, well then hold on. I've got a better question then. Does that mean the gate doesn't work on class rep? The gate wouldn't burn up class rep if she became a main character.
Oh god, yeah.
Because she was definitely a fucking spider thing.
Oh, she's yeah.
Yeah, she was a spider thing or a gecko one week or Digimon water the next or another week. Let me go through the episode listings again.
Can I pick Gecko Ruli as my
favorite
character?
Gecko Ruli was your favorite character.
That's the easiest way. Yeah.
Wallcrawler.
Wallcrawler, yeah, that's it.
Human Geckos, his friend Nanami. Is that the Salamander Mon episode or is that a different one?
It is.
It has to be then, yeah.
Because Moaning Bug is the one that's similar to that.
Yeah, but that's everyone. Yeah. That was all the Digimon getting turned into bugs. Then we have the episode where everyone just became a Witchmon.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. I love that thumbnail for the Octomon episode. It's just so out of context. It's just like what? I really do feel Crunchyroll just upload these and let the thumbnail auto choose.
Yeah.
They don't do anything. Okay. Right then.
They practically spat on her to transform.
There you go. Yeah. He got his DNA on her. Right then. So in terms of the episode itself then, I did rename this thing, didn't I?
There you go.
There it is. Second Sight then.
What was it called before?
Clairvoyant.
Clairvoyance, yeah. Okay, I'll give it a 4.
4, okay. And
I really enjoyed it.
Favorite character?
Good question, actually. Do you have a number in mind while I think about it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, no, this episode, like This episode was fine, but it just it's
What brought it up from a 2?
the mobile phone bit.
Okay.
The mobile phone bit, honestly. With Kyosho just going full gamer, and I'm really loving Jellymon leaning into that more because especially about what we know about Jellymon now in a couple of weeks, it you know, her leaning more into Kyoshiro's weebiness rather than picking on him for it. Like I really even loved her dialogue with Clockmon today, where they're like, "Oh, that anime, yeah, Kyoshiro's really into or that video game, Kyoshiro's really into that too," and then that kicks off the whole advertisement segment.
Yeah. Yami said I gave it to Hero, guy being proper pro tag this week. Yeah, I was kind of thinking of giving it to Hero as well.
Yeah, Hero's a good shout.
Yeah. No.
What episode did you give it to Hokuto? Tsukishi Warashi?
Yeah, when he was being an idiot and sending photos, I think.
Oh that's fair. I just went no and gave it to Uber instead. Yeah.
He blocked the photographs. But yeah, I'm happy with Hero.
Okay. I don't know if I have one. I mean, I feel like I should give it to either Kyosho or Jellymon by default because their scene was my favorite. But like, I did like the dueling Octomon was very clever because the expectation is it's just one Octomon and the Fujitsumon have but then when a second one turns up and he still has all this Fujitsumon, it's like, oh, there's an extra layer to this story.
Yeah.
But I also don't like, and I know the show doesn't have a habit of doing this, but like again, not just SPBon being weird, but we didn't hear anything about like the old guy getting horn after like him getting horns and his experience with it outside of him being on a monitor. They addressed it happened, but we don't see anything for it. Just even a quick clip of him at home crying under the covers or something, and his wife being like, I don't know what to do. I'll put the kettle on.
But I think there was too much to do with focusing on Hero.
Yeah, and just SPBon being super weird this week brought it down for me as well. Yeah, I just I
just figured it was part of it.
Yeah, no, because he was weird before he got infected, but we didn't even see that, and then
we watched that bit again.
Watch the opening. Yeah. Okay. In the meantime, I'll just go. Hold on. When was the last time I gave Kyoshiro best character? 37.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You can give it to both of them if you want.
No, that's not. No, it has to be character, not characters. Couple. Goes Emma and Tilon, Gamma, Ruli, Momio, Thetis. No, technically, so Thetis. Jellymon. It does. Yeah. Give it to Jellymon.
Just for me, it's Nomura because why the hell did you attack me? What has come over?
Yeah, there's also that. You know, imagine Hero trying to explain. Yeah, sorry, well, maybe he did because then Jellymon turned it into a franchise, didn't she?
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, sorry, I had a vision of you falling down the stairs and breaking your leg. So.
I thought you cracking your head off the wall would be better.
Yeah. But you know what? It would have been a very different episode as well if they had gone with your idea. Not that I'm saying like you talking at the screen can make the writers retroactively go, oh yeah, shit. But like if it was a case where a Hero was interrupting all these tragedies, but they were still happening, but different ways, like a Final Destination thing, you can't outrun death.
Yeah,
like these things are going to happen regardless. That could have been really fun, and I don't know if we've had an episode like that yet. Because that'd be fun, like a mini Final Destination kind of episode.
Yeah, this probably would have been the one to do it in though.
Yeah,
if they do it now, we're gonna be like, well, why didn't they do it then?
It depends on how it's written, I suppose, but yeah, I get you.
Yeah, Yami said, I have a bracketed Team Ghost game for one episode.
Yeah, that's fair. Like for episodes like the Rare Mon episode, like Herd of the Dead, when
Mm,
they're all fighting together and they all come and Kyotaro comes up with the plan and they all execute it and things like that.
yeah,
That works beautifully for something like that because
yeah,
when it's because that episode I remember that one like we sort of had to go back and forth for a few minutes going,
yeah,
but they all kind of contributed. Like it was
yeah.
Kyotaro's plan, but everyone had a part to play, and it
Mm,
was the first time we'd really seen them be a team with all their perfect levels.
mm.
37.
37.
So
Okay. Oh yeah, we both did
nearly
too.
20 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Like, was that 5 months?
it was 5 months.
That was 5 months ago. I
I
know.
disagree with time.
No, I know. I disagree with time because it does really sort of make you look at the rest of the episodes and go, poke it with a stick and just come on, do something.
Well, it's not even that. It's just I don't know. Maybe I enjoy it so much it feels like I'm watching it closer together.
It could be that as well, which is very
'Cause I
valid.
don't believe I don't believe that we've been watching this for a year.
We
No.
have. Yeah.
The
I
last
think
year hasn't felt like a year.
I think when we get to 58 episodes, it'll be like that will account for the hiatus
Yeah.
because we missed out on a month there.
Yeah.
So that'll account for the hiatus, which is wild. We'll be up to where we would have been,
Mm.
excluding the weird clip show that they never did again.
Yeah. Reiko's taking out the doggo. Enjoy your walk, Reiko.
Oh, defo. Enjoy your walk, Reiko.
He said 5 months. That's only July.
Yep.
That was like yesterday, man. It was not December. I'm also having a crisis because my birthday's in December, so
I
don't
know.
mind me.
You're getting old. Or it's okay. We all have to. Candace, I was being polite. Yeah, so okay, well then look, we'll get to the important bit and then we'll get on with the next portion, which we'll talk about mega levels, considering we're talking about perfects.
Yeah.
Um so let me grab this. I'll just pop it here because it sounds like we're gonna have to do quite a bit of reshuffling.
Sorry, I'm just getting. There's so many Excel spreadsheets and work today. I'm just like, oh god, another one.
It's fine. You don't have to do anything with this one.
Yeah.
Let me have a look. Memory of Eternity, which was that was 7. 7 weeks ago, the Shadramon episode. Yep. Yeah, that was a month and a half ago.
I believe it.
Was it a better episode than that? No. So for me, this is actually very.
Wow. I feel like this is.
Actually, no, it was a better episode than Memory of Eternity. Yeah, no, it was.
Okay. A little better, but I feel like you're doing this dirty.
I can't. I can't give Memory of Eternity bias because Wormmon evolution. But even I'm trying to rethink of my feelings of that episode at the time, and yeah, this is a better episode than that.
Did I give that?
You gave Memory of Eternity a 3.5, so this is another one where we've sort of gone really opposite ends.
I think I enjoyed some of the accidental comedy in that as well.
Yeah. So you gave it a 4.
Yeah,
so
that puts it up there. Okay, give me a second then.
Okay.
Put it between Man-Eating Forest and Head.
Oh, okay. That's not a bad shout.
The more I look at Monster Beauty Serum, the more I want to bump it down. It feels out of place. But I enjoyed it in the moment. So.
Yeah. And that's what it's about.
Yeah. Yami said, though, it is rare to see the pair of you give such different scores. The Rust Bucket is starting to get super cynical.
Have you seen your have you seen your Atmon comments? I can allow for 1044 episodes is the final episode of Ghost Game. Jesus. No. No. Just no. Let's not
It needs to end on a lower number than that, maybe like around a 666.
Okay, no, I think the joke here is this is One Piece.
Yeah, I know.
Let's not turn Ghost Game into One Piece, please. Anything but that.
I would just like if a show like this, like I always said, Supernatural should end on 13 seasons because it's called Supernatural.
Yeah.
So something called Ghost Game, you know, end on a
Yeah,
number like that.
Yeah. Well, that's another.
It's like another 5 seasons. 5 years worth of episodes.
No. 3. 1. Another 4 years worth of episodes. Can we not do that? Can we not do this show for another 4 years straight?
What if it does season 2? Am I just gonna do this on my own because I'm the one who likes it?
No.
Take over your channel slowly.
Yeah, God no. No, I feel like I've gone in a cycle with this. I've just come back around on the poking poking at it with a stick and saying, dude, I'm just that meme again right now. Like, do something. Because we know stuff is coming, and now I'm just like, get to the point. Like, I know we have spoilers coming up, and like the issue of Psycho Jump came out with the Serious Mon card. Next month, Psycho Jump is going to have Angoramon and Jellymon's mega level cards. So, like, I know the stuff is coming, and maybe we'll see more of that when we touch on spoilers next week.
Yeah.
But just
you have to remember the time of year as well.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Why?
Because they're not going to just jump in with things when people are probably not going to be watching.
Sure they will. But yeah, so like I know stuff is coming. I do, like, and I appreciate that, right? And I'm not so impatient that I'm like, well, it's not catering to me, it's garbage. I'm not, I'm not there, and I don't ever plan to be there with the show. But I kind of would just like stuff to move along now. We get it. The bracelet is out. Please start doing something.
The whole time you were like, just wait for the bracelet, it'll all be fine, and now you're like, I have the bracelet, give me everything.
Yeah, because it's been 3 weeks and nothing has happened. The time limit is still there, for flying sake. There's remember when we were like, oh, like when they get the Digivice upgrade, the timer will go away because it'll be more powerful, blah blah blah. No.
Ooh. Yami says Jellymon's Mega is a disappointment.
You take that back right now.
Desmond said Jellymon Mega is Lady Neptunemon.
Which is kind of what Ancient Mermaimon already is, but yeah. Because you look at Neptunemon, and then you look at Mermaimon, and then you look at Ancient Mermaimon. Ancient Mermaimon kind of already does look like a Lady Neptunemon. More, because like Mermaimon is just a pirate, where Ancient Mermaimon is like this underwater, like, Greek god leader looking person. So that's kind of funny.
But no, I don't think she's a disappointment. Obviously, I'm disappointed that she's not.
I think we need to see it in motion.
There's that. I'm fine with it. It's not just Satismon, but more booby. Like, I've been like I've been saying all along, I want her to be an Eldritch Abomination.
Yeah, and I'm kind of okay they didn't do that as well. Like we don't need another Calamaramon, but we also need another Calamaramon.
I wanted something worse than Calamarimon, like no waifu part at all. I wanted her to be I really wanted her to subvert expectations
Yeah.
and look like pot on the head octopus there.
Yeah, that would have been fun. That would have been super
something
fun.
really like big jellyfish head and wriggly and no boobs or
Yeah.
waifu form to
Yeah.
know. I wanted it to be something like that, but
Well, look, now that we're on that topic, shall we
Yeah.
let's take a look at these new mega levels.
Yeah.
So starting with Amphimon, which is Jellymon's mega form. So we're just going to cover up Meg here for a moment. So this is Amphimon, who is kind of Tesla Jellymon. I don't know if that skirt is more Tesla Jellymon than it is Thetismon. But like, I still can't tell. Like, I mean, obviously with this image, with the superimposed giant version in the back,
yeah,
it's not great. Like, I would prefer a different background so that the monster itself popped a bit more.
Yeah, because she looks like she's her own stand.
Yeah. yeah. It looks like she's her own stand. But this is Amphimon, and I kind of dig that. And I don't know if it's completely out of left field or completely appropriate for Kyoshiro that his mega level is a mech.
Yeah, and one wonders, has that influenced it at all?
With her leaning more into the anime stuff?
Yeah. Maybe her, I don't know. I don't think her data would have changed or anything, but
no.
Like,
but a whole thing in Digimon
so...
lore is that partner evolution is influenced by the relationship between the two.
Yeah, so her turning into, what her darling would love.
Yeah.
Because like she could
When do I get the model kit for it?
But like she looks like she could go and beat up the bad guys, but also have an idol a concert at the end of it.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm thinking. Like with the helmet, right? Is that like a Rex helmet from Xenoblade? Like, is that a salvaging helmet?
Yeah.
Like, can she take that off and it's just Thetismon's head underneath? Like, is this Thetismon just in power armor?
It looks like it has
like little bolts on the front or hinges on the front.
On it. Yeah, it looks like those old.
Yeah, because even if you look at the superimposed version, it does look like there's like eyes glowing behind the lightning bolts.
So it could be like them, I can never remember. They're just diving suits, are they? Like a Captain Cutler kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine you know this already, but Mirai is getting card sleeves. Yes, and a box is on the way.
You never even told me that.
I'm joking. The box is not on the way. I was just leaning into the bit.
Are we sure?
Yes.
Are you embarrassed now? And you've gone, no, I'm lying.
No, I still haven't even tried to order the freaking set yet for the Anjuwamon and Lady Devimon cards.
Yeah.
Because I finally have my Omegamon cleared. They're still saying it won't be here till January, and I'm kind of like, I'm okay with that. Like, I know if I ordered it from Amazon or Okiniland, I'd have it by Monday. But at the same time, like, it's nearly Christmas, and I don't have to worry about where to put a 3 foot tall Omegamon figure.
Yeah, because I suppose he's just gonna have to go on top of the wardrobe where everything else is, isn't he?
We'll work something out. But I don't have to worry about where to place that yet. So if the shop isn't going to have it till January, sound.
Yeah, they're just keeping it in storage for you, that's all.
Yeah.
Because like with all our moving back and forth between houses and blah over Christmas, you're not even going to get to open it till January anyway. So
well, that's the thing. We're revisiting family and traveling the country and things like that. And then we've our trip to Iceland in January as well. So
yeah.
Like, they just said January, they never said top or bottom.
Yeah.
So so let me just get the so Amphimon, just for a little bit of extra information. Right. So Where did I leave that? Oh, I might have put it in the card game section.
Yeah.
Because oh no, that's just the descriptions of the cards. That's not the name stuff and the etymology and things. But for those wondering what the card does, it's a mega level, data type, and it's a cyborg type. When it evolves, you may trash up to 3 blue cards from your hand. For each card thrashed, you may trash any card from beneath your opponent's Digimon and or Tamers. After that, until your opponent's turn ends, one opposing Digimon or Tamer with no cards underneath cannot be suspended. On your opponent's turn, once per turn, when an opposing Digimon attacks, you may return 3 cards with Jellymon written in their text from your trash to the deck bottom at the end to end the attack. So, 3 cards with Jellymon written in their text. That's not even 3 cards named Jellymon. That is.
Just has to say Jellymon on them.
They just has to say Jellymon on them. So Jellymon, Tesla Jellymon, cards that reference Jellymon. As long as it's in the text, you're good. So that's kind of fun. But I kind of like this whole thing where if you nuke the evolution cards from under a Digimon or a Tamer, that Tamer can't suspend, which is really helpful because suspending, it's like tapping in Magic. So if you suspend a Digimon or a Tamer, it's activating an ability or it's attacking or it's doing a thing. You stop it doing that, you've just taken away some resources. Which is super fun. As far as the etymology, this is gonna bug me.
Oh, Yami said that Iceland thing was legit. Why are you going down there? We're going for one of my friends is turning 30 and wants to go see the Northern Lights. So we organized a big group trip up there.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, if I did, I didn't mean to, but I don't think I didn't ever meant to imply that wasn't the thing. That wasn't a bit. No, we are going to Iceland.
Yeah, we're actually going to Iceland.
So okay, so Amphimon is Greek. Is Greek. No shock after Thetismon, because again, Thetis. So it comes from Amphitrite, a Latinization of Amphitrite, who was the goddess of the sea, the queen of the sea, and the wife of Poseidon in Greek mythology. So Amphimon and Poseidon. Wait, hold on. I need to check something with Poseidon. Can you close your eyes a sec, because this might be spoilers.
Okay.
It is who I'm thinking of. Okay, Poseidon is an Apmon.
Okay.
So yeah, that won't work in lore. But Neptune and Poseidon aren't the same god, are they? That's not the Greek and the Roman versions of each other, are they? In the ways that happens with like Mars and Ares and things like that.
Yeah, because King.
Yeah.
He's Poseidon.
Okay, so yeah, maybe so Amphimon and Neptunemon then maybe. But Poseidon is an Apmon. So I just had to double check because spoilers. So yeah, so that's where her name comes from.
Welcome back, Reiko.
Welcome back, Reiko. Tritonmon. Told you they would still be here.
King Neptune, he's from SpongeBob.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or Triton is Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
And then we have.
The older I get, the better looking King Triton gets.
Yeah, that is valid. And then we have Angoramon's mega level. Direbitmon.
Look at them jodhpurs.
I love this design. I love that he looks like a soldier. He's also like like the flowy bits, like from the fur from Angoramon. He's got swords that are on fire. Um, I really like this design because it really sort of harkens back. Do you remember the episode where Angoramon was like role playing and he was like, I think it was the Zubamon episode, and he's like, "My sword glows in the moonlight," and he was being all heroic and such.
Mm.
Um, I really do like it. It's possibly a callback to that because rabbits in the moon and things like that. They
Mm.
might have been setting that up back then,
Mm.
which is super fun to think about.
Mm.
Also, he is basically the Sukuyamon of the three,
Mm.
and that's another thing that I like about about these two is that in Tamers, like Renamon became the big fox waifu, and she was just a girl in a suit of armor, in a suit of
Mm.
fox armor basically, and had a big staff.
Mm.
And Terriermon became the big giant mech that was 1,000 stories tall and
Mm.
shot missiles out of its shoulders and out of its hands and out of its chest and out of its legs, and basically it was missiles everywhere. So I kind of do like that they've inverted this because there's already Ghost Game Tamers comparisons. There's three main characters. They fit the archetypes. We've said before that Angoramon he's a rabbit like, well, I know Terriermon is a dog, but bear with me.
Mm.
He's rabbit like Terriermon, but he's also the grown up and mature one like Renamon.
Mm.
And then you have Jellymon, which is the short and spunky and mischievous one like Terriermon was. And so there's already, and then Gamamon is just a baby like Gilmon was.
Yeah.
So there's already those analogs.
Mm.
And now they've just taken those two and reversed them. So Angoramon has become the Sukuyamon. He's just a guy in in rabbit soldier armor.
Mm.
And Jellymon became the giant mech. It's a nice subversion of it, I think. So just to talk about the etymology then for Direbitmon, or Deerbitmon, I'm very curious to see how that's going to get pronounced in show because I've seen some translations call it Dilbitmon. I think we did that when we were talking about the sprite.
Yeah.
But etymology has since come out, and Deer, the DIA orbit, so Diarbit, comes from Diarmid O'Dina, a demigod, son of Dawn, and one of the Fianna in the Fenian cycle of Irish mythology.
Pronounce that? Fianna?
Fianna.
Fianna, yeah.
Yeah.
You pronounced it differently the first time.
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
matter.
Americans don't care. And then the bit obviously just comes from rabbit. So, yay, more Irish mythology being woven into the show. First Dark Knightmon being a Dullahan, and now Deerbitmon here just being basically one of the Fianna. So that's cool. I like that. Do we get a Cuchulainmon next or something?
I can't help but wonder, because he's been so fluffy and then he wasn't so fluffy, are his pants all full up of fluff? Are they actually skinny legs but fluffy?
Yeah, maybe. I also do like the other thing about the fire swords is I kind of like that they might represent how sort of calm and gentle Simbar Angoramon is, and then how feral Lamormon is. So this might just be, might be adding to that sort of element of the transformation.
Yeah. I need to know more about his face. Because here, like I was saying, I was really hoping he was rabbit and not human.
Oh no, I think he's human wearing a rabbit mask.
Yeah, but
I think this is like I think this is like Sukuyamon, where it's human wearing a fox mask.
Yeah, but that's, I mean, in the right.
Yeah.
It looked more rabbit.
Okay, well, hold on. Let me just
bring it up there.
Yeah, let's see if I can have one to spare.
I was gonna say just replace her for a minute.
I'm probably gonna have to pull it from the Discord. Hang on, hold on. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
just hold on. Let me just spoiler thread. Okay. So yeah, we'll go with that one, the attacking one, because we were actually meant to show this sprite off the on the Atmon podcast, and it just never happened. So there we go.
There he goes.
Nope. So
see, it looks more like a rabbit with an open mouth there,
yeah,
as opposed to a human.
yeah. I suppose there's only so much you can put in a sprite that's gonna be as the size of a fingernail.
Yeah, I know that, but as it just looks more rabbity with a rabbit helmet on.
Yeah.
Rather than a person with.
Yeah, I think this is just a soldier wearing a rabbit mask.
Yeah.
So like Reiko predicted months ago that he was going to turn into some sort of suave Giga Chad kind, white knight kind of thing. And I think that prediction has kind of paid off here. Yeah. But I do love that I love how much it mirrors Tamers, and like Bastimon is turning up next week. So Bastimon is on the Angoramon BE, the dim card, which comes out in January. We've no word on the Jellymon dim card yet, but we know what her mega level is going to be.
Yeah, so
have I ever been wrong about Ghost Game? You've made some predictions. So yeah, look, I'm really happy with it. I like the inversion. As much as I think it would have been super fun if Jellymon's Mega was just this eldritch, like Cthulian abomination, I also really just dig that it's a giant robot. There's just a part of my brain that just the neurons activate and go, "Bird, it's a big old robot, yay!" And then, like Angoramon's Mega level being a knight in, well, not quite shining armor, but it being a knight, and it getting over its anger issues as Lemormon is just super fun to see.
Curious about his swords as well, because they look like the fencing swords.
Yeah.
But if those are the holsters for them, those are flat, or the scabbards for them anyway.
They might just hold the handles. It might be that sort of magic where how familiar are you with the Slayers?
The show?
Yeah.
That I was watching?
Did you finish it?
No.
Okay. Did you get to the Sword of Light?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember how the Sword of Light worked?
Yeah.
That.
So, yeah.
So it's just the hilt.
Yeah.
And everything else comes out once the sword has been activated, for lack of a better word.
I was gonna, before my Rengoku cosplay, I was just gonna get a hilt of a sword, because her sword, she does a thing and it turns to ash. So the sword itself actually flies around and hits you or whatever. So it's kind of the same thing. I mean, you could turn it to ash and put it away.
Kind of, sort of. I mean, fire, ash, basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Light come forth. Yes. God, I love the Slayers.
I never got around to finishing it. Is that on Crunchyroll?
No.
I know it wasn't, but
no, they're cowards. Darkness beyond twilight, crimson beyond blood that flows, buried in the stream of time is where your power grows. I love it. Oh, Lena. Lena's my spirit animal.
Where is she?
My Nendo upstairs.
Probably in the waifu box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the Lena inverse Nendo White. I was meant to get the Naga the serpent one. I just keep forgetting.
In the next house, we get all the things.
Okay,
so all the things in all the shelf.
Right, so yeah. I feel like we do the comments.
Yeah.
And then we can do Then we can show off Reiko's Xiaojinmon. And then we'll finish up with the bracelet activation.
Yeah.
Because, well, they're going to have to go right back into the app anyway, given the time.
Yeah.
But we may as well show off the dual V, similar to how we showed off the Vital Bracelet BE 25th anniversary edition on the Appmon podcast this past Wednesday. That was super fun. Not Balmon yet, unfortunately. No, we'll have him for next week.
That's okay.
Yeah, Reiko was begging this show to take a break for a week. Because I feel like Reiko is just now perpetually 2 weeks behind.
Yeah. Oh well. On Christmas, surely. Guess we'll find out when the next set of spoilers come out. I was gonna say as well, while you're looking at comments, where do I download the app? Because I don't have it yet.
Where would you normally download apps?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Does it just come from the same place?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Try there. Always try there first.
What is it called?
Type Digimon. Anyway, so let me bring up then. I'll get rid of these off the screen anyway. And that is the old one. It still kind of works, but as you'll be going with the new version. No, weird. It should just come up. Just try Battle Arena. I haven't even started my one yet. I haven't, because I was waiting till. Yeah, VB. Try VB Arena. Yeah, Vital Bracelet Arena. There it is.
Here we go. This one?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
That is the new app. So you won't have to worry about transferring anything from the old one to the new one. Which is kind of why I haven't booted up the new app yet, because I'm just like, oh, there's so much just to be updated. I'm just like, no.
I'm changing over my Switch.
Yeah. I've so many Digimon in capsules. I'm just like, I really hope I can just sign in and transit I've all the Digimon in the capsules, all my banners from because you get a new banner every time you load in a new dim. So new banners, the one from Digimon Con, the one for participating in global raids, all that stuff. I'm just like, I just hope it all transfers over nicely and there's no shenanigans.
One at a time.
Yeah, but also when you convert your profile over from PS4 to PS5, your themes don't come with you.
Yeah.
So your themes are just trapped. If you sell your PS4, they're just gone. You don't have access to those anymore because the PS5 layout sucks. I could do with a bit of sprucing up with some themes, but oh well. Oh, okay. So
try make simple compositions to be able to finish both Ballmon and Octomon this week. Just slap a pot on one of Ami's tentacle ones and you'll be fine.
That's not how that works. Stop turning me into an Octomon. Octoling, not Octomon. So don't take Meg's advice. If anything,
just draw a pot on Ami.
Ignore Meg. Meg doesn't know what she's talking about.
Tentacles are tentacles. But anyway, comments. I have a weapon now.
Do you? Back scratcher. Snap it. Right. So, comments then from last week. So, let's take a look. How many do we have? 3. Okay. Nice and easy. Okay. That's already on newest first. Okay, thank you. So we'll go bottom to the top. So we've a comment from Clatter, we've a comment from Justin, and we've a comment from Yami. So We'll start with Clatter, who says spoilers for episode 54 and future megaforms for Ghost Game characters below. Okay, well we're covered there, so that's good. So Clatter says, I don't have much to say for the previous episode except to say it was good. That it could have been made at the beginning of the series of Ghost Game. Yeah, that's fair. Give it a 3.0. Yeah. Now, onto the mega or ultimate forms for future partners. I'll keep it brief. With the exception of Direbitmon, while discussing it, one, Arcturusmon, you would think that given his character bio description, he would have a more terrifying appearance and deadly attack moves, but instead, he's just Siriusmon 2.0 with drill hand weapons. I'm not saying that this mega possessing the GRB does not make it a threat, but I'm saying even with the GRB coding, its drills, its attack moves just seem dull and uninspiring with their listed descriptions on them. So that's fair, like, but I think that's also kind of the point, that he is just a dark version of Siriusmon.
Yeah.
Just replace drills with guns. Well, Siriusmon has the big old guns, so you just swap them out for drills, and there you go. I think it might be better to see it in action, or at least a proper image, because they've released proper images of Fumamon, they've released of Fumamon, Bombermon, and Zanmetsumon, but we haven't seen anything yet. Like, we're barely seeing art for Siriusmon. We're getting a card for him.
Yeah.
One I should have by Wednesday if my copy of Psycho Jump gets here. But, and aside from those card arts, we don't really have any clear imagery yet for the other megas. So I think it's tough to say. It might just look better when we see the official art. But if we're basing it on the sprite work, I can see where Clatter's coming from on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you look at Gulus Gamamon, and you can clearly tell it's a more threatening version of Beetle Gamamon, or Beetle Gamamon, or Beetle, whatever way you want to pronounce it.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also his tail, isn't it?
Well, it's a skewer.
It's a big spiky thing. Yeah.
It's a skewer.
Yeah, so a drill makes sense.
But I mean, Zanmetsumon's tail is a sword. So that just trumps everything. No, I appreciate the drill. Reminds me of Darulumon. But yeah, I get where Clatter's coming from. So Clatter then moves on to Amphimon. The form is a mixed bag for me. While I'm okay with the creators not going the lovely Angemon looking mega route for Thetismon, I feel like there's a missed opportunity to make the cyborg more futuristic. Think of the Samus suit from Metroid, or have her lean more on her jellyfish side, but with either magic or technology thrown in there too. Yeah.
Samus suit, as in just the blue thing? Or the big armor?
Her proper orange. Yeah, not the Zero suit Samus, like proper.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Was it just
like
the
her
blue one?
orange
Because
suit.
then I'm like, that's just Thetismon, but less clothes.
Yeah, which I think is what Clatter was saying. They're glad didn't happen.
Yeah.
Because we were like, are they gonna? Because like even we were talking like, they kind of already hit peak waifu with Thetismon's design. Like, how do you improve on that? And I kind of like that the creators went, well, we can't, so we're just gonna turn her into a robot.
Yeah, I feel like they just
No, I shouldn't say robot. Mech. Robot sounds too. Robot sounds too much like stripping the personality away and just making, so yeah, so mecha. Like, we can't improve on Thetismon, so we're just going to make her a mecha.
Yeah, I feel like the only way they could have improved on her in a waifu way was to make her like her proportions even more ridiculous.
Yeah.
And have her be slutty or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
in that regard, I mean.
No, and I get where you're coming from, because the way I look at it is, it's like kind of like what they try to do with Anjuwamon X, where they just kind of went, let's try and make the design sexier, and they kind of failed. Like with Lilithmon X, they took what is basically a perfect design and improved on it so much, but I feel like with Anjuwamon X, they try to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
And it's the same with Lady Devimon X. That design is fine, but again, it's a case where you've tried to reinvent the wheel and it didn't quite work out. So yeah, so God forbid the Ghost Game crew get hit with the X antibody virus, because Thetismon X I don't think anyone's ready for.
Yeah, even when they put lipstick on Andromon, it just looked stupid.
What, you didn't like her lipstick in Hurricane Touchdown? Or in Try? Where she where even her nails were done? She got her nails did.
Okay, I didn't say I didn't like it so much as it just looked like they were trying too hard.
A lot of the Andromon imagery in Try shows her from behind. Yeah, I think they were.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Like you're not right up the middle, but the camera's there. You know, and this isn't even us talking about Ordinemon, who is just titty and ass for 3 hours.
Yeah.
You know, just floating around mindlessly. Yeah. You know, there's a lot of questionable shots of Andromon in Try during chapter 4, maybe 5 as well, but definitely no, 5 is when they got sent back to the is the whole thing with Sora. No, that's 4. Sorry, 3. Chapter 3, there's a lot of questionable shots of her in 3. Where you're just like, oh.
Even the first time she like picks up Hikari and flies off with her. In general, I was like, damn, you really went all out with showing how big them boobies are.
Oh no. Do you know what there is? I don't think the scene was meant to be as funny as it is, or as maybe the writers just saw an opportunity, or I shouldn't say the writers. Maybe the artists just saw an opportunity and ran with it. There's at the end of season 1 when they're fighting Apocalypse.
Oh, is that in
the second to last episode?
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking of that then.
There's a part and the kids and the Digimon, they're all flying together and they're flying around Apocalypse's void, and Anjouamon gets blasted. I think it's with Apocalypse's version of Megaseedromon's River of Power. She gets blasted with that, and you get this weird top-down perspective shot of Anjouamon looking down at Hikari while she's holding Hikari close, and
that's what I'm thinking of. It's like
her boobs are just out there, and
it's like when Marge gets the boob job and she's trying to pick up Maggie and she can't get her past the boobs. Yeah, that's the shot I'm thinking of. Sorry.
Yeah, and I'm just like, even when I was younger looking at it, I was like, something about that doesn't sit right. I should like. It's like that. Like there's a line in the dub for the Anjouamon versus Lady Devimon fight. I don't remember if it carries over to the subtitle version, but it's like Koshiro is like looking at it. He's like, I know I shouldn't be watching this, but I can't take my eyes off it. And there's always that scene I sort of always look at the same way. I'm like, I shouldn't be liking this, but it's there. So, hold on. Okay. Lilithmon X is great. Just looked up the Lilithmon X design. Just no. It's dead end skewer. Episode on dead. Doing decently. I have so much to do. I keep not doing enough.
You do plenty.
Digimon Rumble Vital Bracelet Arena. Totally Digimon Rumble Arena at all. No.
Was everyone this weekend tired?
Yeah. Lilithmon X isn't too terrible, especially to the alternate forms found in Cross Wars. Yeah, the Lilithmon X. The Lilithmon crossed with Evilmon crossed with Blastmon design is probably one of my least favorites.
Chaos.
Oh, hold on. I don't even remember what the form is called, but Blastmon basically turns into a flail. Yeah, his head, it just becomes the flail for her whip, and then the evil mon are just covering.
They're just her underwear.
They're just her underwear, and not even in a cool, risky boots kind of way.
Yeah, they're just three little. Oh my god!
And they're still sentient. They're still sentient.
Please tell me there's an abridged thing talking over that.
No, that just happened in the show, and she gets super annoyed about it. Like, she hates
they look very happy about it.
She hates this form.
So she should.
Like her original design is almost perfect.
Yeah.
And then she gets reduced to that.
Yeah, see, that's what I was talking about. They would have gone. Talisman, imagine Talisman was the first one.
What?
No, the normal one.
Oh, the original Lilith one. Yeah.
And then had they tried to make her more waifu or more sexy or whatever, you would have ended up with that.
Yeah.
But I kind of love that at the same time because it's horrifically bad.
Oh, her name is literally just Gatai Lilithmon. So combination Lilithmon. It's just her name. I forgot about that. And then she gets another form later on where she gets fused with just Blastmon. And again, it gets rid of like her shoulder bits and her cloak and everything. And it's just the bodysuit and the boobs and everything. And it's a lot more terrifying, but it's not monster underwear at the very least.
Yeah.
Please stop dying. Okay. Sorry, I know Meg said to ignore her while she was dying, but that didn't feel right. So but yeah, Gatai Lilithmon is an abomination. So you see, like, people like when people say I don't like Cross Wars because it was just horny, I get it. Oh yeah. No, watch. She's actually just rubbing her boobs in one scene. She's literally bouncing them like a paizuri. Like, shit, I said too much there. She's just she's
sitting there going, yay, boobies.
Yeah. So it's an abomination, and rightfully so. I think there was a screenshot there of the dub version when they localized this. They kept the Blastmon whip and they just painted over everything. You can see the evil mon's head wings at the back, but they just painted over everything. Yeah. I mean, reduced her bust size. That so casualties had occurred, but still rightfully just, it's an abomination, an absolute abomination. But anyway,
I'm gonna leave you.
Okay.
With the rest of the comments, and I'll be back.
Okay. Right. Okay, so it's just us again. So I don't know. Meg just had to leave. I love this time of year so much. Where is what am I looking for? There we go. Right. So it's just me for the moment anyway. Crosswars knew very well that 80% of Digimon fans are horny. This is, well, there's no lies found. No lies detected. But so yeah, where were we with the because we went off on a bit of a tangent there with that comment, but so let me just pick that back up. Um so with so Clatter, we're still on Clatter's comment here. Jeez. So Clatter goes on to say, Dire Bitmon or Deerbit. Like if it comes from Deermid or Dermot if you were to angleize it. So it'd be Deerbit. Not a fan of this form, like at all. This is just your standard chunky thighed humanoid wielding two swords mega ultimate. Would have preferred that Dire Bitmon had more of a cat dog from the TV series appearance with four fingered furry long 8 arms acting as its legs, and while it can still wield two swords both for each, its individual selves tend to bicker from time to time. So you wanted to turn Dear Bitmon into Girafarig from Pokemon, or we already have a Digimon that argued with itself. Wasn't that the whole point of Kamaitachi? Where we had Reshamon? No, not Reshamon. Um, the name is lost on me, but basically that one. I mean, I can see the design. I don't know how I feel about giving it 8 legs, but I can see the design. I can see where you're going with it. Um I don't know if I agree because I kind of like what we talked about earlier. I like the subversion that like Angoramon is the Sukuyamon in this situation. Like it's the one that got the humanoid, might be kind of sexy and suave. It's a soldier. It's Ruli's knight. It's there to protect her. That sort of stuff. I'm and leaning back into Angoramon's cosplay comments, back in the Zubamon episode where it's like where he's acting out the scene and he's like, "My sword shines in the moonlight," and now that has actually happened for him. I'm actually okay with that. I really do like I like Diarabitmon's design very much so. And Goramon has the best mega. I will not comment on that until we see them animated and in motion. You know, I can appreciate why people might arrive at that decision, but I would prefer to see them in motion. So, um, and uh, so then Clatter goes on to say about Proximamon. Literally the best mega form this series has popped out, and I can't wait to see him in action, even if briefly. That's a lot of excitement to take from a sprite, but I can appreciate the I can appreciate the enthusiasm. Uh, Proximamon is the one I want to see actual art for now. Well, not like right now, this moment, but like now that we have the other ones, I would, I'd kind of like to get an idea of what it's going to look like in the show so I can try and visualize how it's going to animate. And more importantly, so we can see if it's actually if a Jogress of Siriusmon and Ryudamon, or like people are reckoning for Zanmetsumon, or if it is actually Siriusmon and Arcturusmon Jogress. Hero having his own Digimon Jogress with itself. I'm I'm still torn on how I feel about that concept as a whole. Anyway, so Yami says, "Got to appreciate how they managed to successfully balance all of his traits in one design." With with Diabitmon, yeah, totally agree. I completely agree there. Like there's Angoramon and Simba are in there. Lamormon is in there, and just seeing how they, you know, how they balance out in the end is very good. No, I would definitely agree with that. Um, and then Clatter says for episode 54, as for this recent episode, it was good. Disappointed there was no Hover Espimon in the episode. But it was heartwarming to see Gamamon and Hero reaching out to Espimon and encourage him to take control. It cannot be argued that Hero definitely was suffering here and having a time with it. I honestly hope something bad happens to Jellymon, because you can't just rent out one of your friends when you know something is happening to them. I gave the episode a 3.5. Yeah, Jellymon turning a Hero into like a profit machine is not something I liked about the episode. You know, it's kind of funny in the moment, but like if you stop and think about it for 5 minutes, it's like they're meant to be friends and she's exploiting his pain for money. Again, and it comes back to what we were saying earlier. Remember when Kyoshiro actually reprimanded Jellymon one episode and we thought this might be a turning point? Nah, Jellymon doesn't learn lessons. Why would she? Why should she? She's a brat and she knows she'll get away with anything. Um so Justin says, yes, a battle of wits, but I guess you can compare this episode to a person going to a casino and having a gambling addiction because Kyoshiro couldn't stop himself, and in the process, he was slowly destroying himself. Oh, yeah, definitely. You know the feeling when you win a few games, but after that, you start losing, and then you convince yourself you can still win, but it just gets worse and worse. Yeah, that was Kyoshiro. I honestly found this episode enjoyable because it really knew how to piss Balmon off. I also liked how when Jellymon saw Kyoshiro leave with a female ghost, she was like, "Oh, so you're cheating on me." Classic. Yeah, I really enjoyed that bit. And after watching the episode, I'm actually eager to try and peel a potato with a soda bottle cap, and just see if it works, because it's interesting to know. Because it is. It's interesting to know. I give this episode a 3.5, and my favorite will be Jellymon. That's fair. And I hope everyone has downloaded the patch for Scarlet and Violet. One flaw I can point out is the game is the 1000 step evolution condition. I agree with you, AJ, on how there should be something like a Poketch app to tell you how many steps you've taken. I don't have a problem with the condition. I have a problem with how it's executed, because Pokemon is supposed to be out of its the Pokemon is supposed to be out of its ball, which is fine on its own. But if you walk too far ahead, it retreats into the ball, resetting the progress you've made. And if not mistaken, if you get into battles, it also resets your progress. And I believe, yeah, and there's wild Pokemon everywhere. I was able to get Palmy's final evolution, but having your Pokemon follow you is nice, but it's still very flawed. They should be next to you at a fair distance. Yeah, the way I got those evolutions to work, so Palmy, the thing with the mud ball, and then Ramblin'. But what I went to one of the towns, and basically I jumped up on top of the Pokemon Center, and I moved around a little bit and a little bit on top of the Pokemon Center. So the Pokemon followed you, but a lot of the time, because you're up on the roof of the Pokemon Center and it's below you, it's just running around in circles trying to find a way to get back up to you, and it can't. So I just kept moving, one step or two steps every couple of moments, just to not interrupt the count. Did that for about 2 or 3 minutes per Pokemon. Fed them a rare candy or leveled them up, and it worked. So there's a tip for people looking to exploit those level up condition those evolution conditions. Um, and then we finish off the comment section with Yami saying, "I think I counted at least 3 times your soul left your body in those 3 hours." where you seem to have been slowly dying, but you really spent a heck of a lot of time focusing in on the hand. Honestly wouldn't be surprised if if it was simply something overlooked or forgotten to do, but it wouldn't be the first time they've forgotten to draw something in or color something in this show. And here I thought would be late commenting, but apparently no one felt like saying anything till Sunday. Yeah, that's generally how it works. The mailbag fills up the day of the next show, so that's generally how it works. That's why we have a Wednesday show now. So I'd be happy to read the Ghost Game comments on the Applemon show and just keep it as a continuous cycle of comments, but no pressure on anyone to have to comment any earlier than they're able to. So, it's all good. So Yami-san say, and while the gambling angle is a good take, I think we've both viewed this episode very differently. This episode falls 12.55. I really enjoyed it and gave it a 4.5. I may or may not have given it to Thetismon because she was just overkill pretty. With that she was just overkill pretty. Yeah, she was. She was. But that unwavering faith in Kyoshiro, regardless of everything that was going, on, she didn't doubt there was a way out, even by Balmon's rules. If anything, this episode's downside is after a couple of weeks, it noticeably felt 5 minutes too short again. Like it needed a bit more time to flesh parts of it out, especially in the middle during the Ruli and Hero discussion about what was going on, opposed to he keeps going out at night, let's follow him. Despite Hero clearly being troubled, or the dorm, school on the whole, wondering what was going on. Some more outside lunchtime gossiping isn't like Kyoshiro. It isn't like Kyoshiro is a backbone to the place running. Yeah. Despite Kyoshiro F's never disappointing, this is probably still his weakest one. That's a fair assessment of it. Sorry, I thought I heard something fall, and I just looking around to see what it might have been, and there's nothing. I don't know. I think I might be hearing things, but yeah, that's a very fair assessment of the episode. Um, here, yeah, I do agree. Like Hero and Ruli maybe should have had a bit more time to worry about their friend, or you know, talk about what's been going on. But I think with the time that the episodes have, it did a good job of doing what it needed to do. I was never bored watching last week's episode, even as opposed to this one, where I was just kind of taken out of it, more often than I was pulled into it. So I don't mind the. So Yami goes on to say, I don't mind the no straight to ultimate. The show has made it clear that fighting is not a priority, so it makes sense that they'd only go for defending and go further if talking or reasoning isn't going to work. Plus, we're still jumping through levels. It hasn't been consistently ultimate mons of the week. Also fair. Also fair. Um, On the other hand, I liked how it introduced something at the start and it actually went full circle and played into the resolution of the story. And I thought it was a clever way. It just showed how much Kyoshiro values knowledge to be good at problem solving. It clearly has more value to him than money. Speaking of money, this episode also indicated just how loaded Kyoshiro is. Converted to donate a large gate to a shrine is approximate. Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, I get what you're saying. So converted. This probably should have been its own sentence. That's why I got thrown off, because I was just reading it as the one. So converted. So converting currency. To donate a large gate to a shrine is approximately 9,000. It did give a nod to the passage of time by just how well Kyoshiro and Jellymon know each other now. Jellymon has clearly learned a lot of Kyoshiro's suggestive collector habits and hobbies or interests. Yeah, and we saw that this week again, didn't we? It also felt like a nod towards the original Izzy episode in a way, where he gave away his curiosity and pursuit of knowledge with it. But the lesson was still good. That there is no shortcuts to obtaining knowledge, and just how do you define knowledge? What is trivia to one is knowledge to another, and the difference between how is and the difference is between how it's obtained. Knowing a history about quantum physics is unlikely to help Hero while out camping, as opposed to Balmon's academic book smarts. Yeah, that's fair. Hero's tips and tricks likely come from experience. Suddenly, Balmon's is in trivia, and Hero's is hero. Suddenly, Balmon's is trivia, and Hero's is knowledge. Cool. And then, finally, the Vanguard guy was early in the Link Joker arc with a couple of others in some sort of supernatural club. He also randomly drew all over himself. Don't worry, it was before the arc got interesting, but it was when Aichi started high school and tried to set up a Vanguard club. Oh, okay. Right, okay. So that's. You sure you don't want a ruler to keep track of where I am? No, it's fine. Um, sometimes I just get lost in the punctuation, that's all. Or lack of. It's all good. I made it through. I made it through. Um Reiko says something that bothered me this week was that Gamamon didn't evolve to catch Espimon. Wasn't it shown that Gamamon can evolve at will, even without Hero's input? You need a Ruli. Oh, Desmond. I love that we can always count on you for the puns and quips. That's very good. That's very good. Um, okay. So yeah, no guys, the feedback on the episodes is always appreciated. Keep those comments coming in. It's good to see different perspectives on the show. I mean, you guys seem to love this week's episode. I really didn't. And I enjoy the insight and the conversation that comes from it. So definitely keep those coming in. Get those keep leaving those comments. Because we love to see them. Right. So let's move on. Reiko actually was able to complete Shaojinmon, as we've talked about before. So let's get on that. We'll show that off, and then. Oh, I went looking for it in the Discord. It's not there. I'll have to pop over to Twitter. Um. Okay. Sorry, I had a bit of a zone out moment there. You ever, you ever have one of those moments where you're aware of what you're doing, but it just kind of also feels like the world just came to a stop? That was weird. I don't like that. It usually means I'm getting ill. I don't like that either. Um, so autopilot. Kind of, yeah, something like that. So here we are. Here is the Shaojinmon. Oh god, it's ugly and terrifying, and I love it. Like like I haven't even opened the images yet, and I already hate and love the mucusy saliva just as the with the mouth opening. Oh, it's kind of amazing. Not right. Not too much of a fan of this episode. I feel like Xiaojinmon could have been pushed further. Though seeing it beat Kano Weissmon was pretty nice. You're not happy with the composition, Shios? I really enjoy it. Let's let's pop him up here. I kind of like it. I enjoy this sort of top down, you know, idea with the camera angles you're going for here. Um like I'm not in any sort of position to critique art or anything. I can really just appreciate like what's in front of me here, but I get what you were going for with like the head and everything being really close to the camera, and then just the body sort of getting smaller as the with the angle and the composition. I really do enjoy that. I don't know if it works so much for the weapon, but for Xiaojinmon himself, I really appreciate what you were going for. Yeah, it looks like he's lunging in, like, so he's also sort of sprung up from below the camera. You know, I really do appreciate that. I think it's cool. I really do like it. If we just bring it up to an oh gosh, um, oh this is just gross. I really love the break. Like I love that not only like did you break the bead, but it actually looks like it has depth. Like you can actually like you can see how far broken the prayer beads are. That's a really cool touch. It's not just a crack drawn in to symbolize it. There's actual depth and scale to the break as well. That's really good. That is super fun, and that's really cool. I like how shiny the armor is. But again, just the composition of it looking like he's leaping into the camera to get the viewer. Super fun. Reiko, you should be proud of this one. Ah shit, I muted, did I? Oh crap. Sorry, yeah, because I had to cough and then I forgot. Someone could have dinged me. Anyway, okay. So I guess I'm so amazed I'm speechless. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll say it again. I'll just say what I said again very briefly. I like the I like the depth in the break here for the prayer beads. The stitching around the cloth is really good. The mucus saliva-y bits creep me out, and just the textures on the fingers and toes, very good. Love the shiny armor. That's great. But yeah, no, it does. It does look like he sort of started down there and then just lunged into the camera to eat the viewer. So no, Reiko, definitely. I think you should be proud of these, and I can't wait to see what you do with Balmon. Ah, okay. Well, that's unless anybody else has some art they want to show off. I always say, if you have any creative ventures or something you want to have oh, hold on. I might have something. Actually might have something. Um so a couple of weeks ago, during the May Crackmon episode, we had a bit of a chatter of May Crackmon versus Gulus Gamamon. And what that might have been like. Well, it turns out we are not the only ones to no, the link is gone. No, it was Meg found this really cool piece on DeviantArt of Gulus Gamamon versus May Crackmon, and it's gone. No, hold on. Maybe I can find it through the artist on Twitter. Um
I just hear Gulus versus McCracken.
no. Uh Just trying to see if it's on the artist's Twitter page, because the DeviantArt link you sent me it no longer exists.
Oh.
I don't know if it's been taken down for some reason, or well, while I'm looking, enjoy this cute Sistermon art. That's adorable. Don't tell Bandai America. There's a Sistermon in the war. Don't tell them. They might cry. Um uh yeah, looks like it's gone. Oh, that's a shame. Um, yeah, just looking at the artist's Twitter account, and there doesn't seem to be any even reference or link to it, or ooh, that's sad. I wonder what happened. Um, oh well, if it ever graces my eyes again, I'll just make sure to save it next time, I guess, because yeah. Um, Yep, no, it's gone.
Mm.
That's aw. Oh well, look, it's the internet. Nothing's ever truly lost. Something'll it'll crop back up another time, I'm sure. Okay then. Save it for savers. Says it's commission. Perhaps they took the full one down upon request. Maybe. You found it through a preview. Uh, yeah, maybe I'll try that. Maybe I'll just stick it into Google search and see if we can get the archive of the thumbnail or something. Oh. Okay, cool. The tweet exists. It was all. Oh, geez, this was done months ago, back in March.
Wow.
So it wasn't even for the Make Crackmon episode. This was just because.
Reiko commented
Oh,
on it.
Reiko, yeah, and Reiko commented on it. Brilliant. Well, look, I can show it off anyway. So there it is. So what could have been, huh? Imagine if we got this in Ghost Game. That could have been super fun. The artist, by the way, is aged like fine wine. That it did. That it did. Good to see the tweet does still exist. It was just all the way back in March, so I wouldn't have thought to go back that far.
No, we only got over there, so.
Yeah, Neotamine makes great art. That they do. Neotamine makes great art. I need to get some. I actually need to purchase from their store at some point. I keep going to do it, and then I keep going like, okay, I'll do it now. I'll do it when I get paid, and then I forget.
Mm-hmm.
May needs her Ghoulis fight, indeed. Was there something else we wanted to show off art-wise? Was there?
I remember saying we have that off.
Alright, well, Meg's back. I guess I'll shift back over. Okay. Well then, I suppose with the artist Sally out of the way then. If you guys have any creative endeavors of your own, don't be afraid to share them in the Discord. Link in the description down below. Cheap plug, cheap plug. Oh, and it is after 1 in the morning, so we should probably be getting ready to bounce. But we did promise on Wednesday. That we would do something similar to what we did on Wednesday.
No, whatever it was, I didn't like it.
Oh well, can't have been that important. So on Wednesday, we unboxed, for lack of a better term, the Vital Bracelet BE 25th Anniversary Edition. And Crackmon versus Lamormon would have been a great fight. Yeah. So now, since then, myself and Meg have received our Vital Bracelet BE Digivice Dual Vs. And I thought we might load them up and have the just get a proper look, because I never switched on the vital bracelet when we showed it off on Wednesday, because I'd have just been switching it right back off. It wouldn't be charging. It's not like I was going to be loading that dim into the bracelet. I actually do have that dim out in the in one of the holsters, because the BE dim cards don't come with a snazzy little holder or display card like the originals did. I feel this is a cost-cutting measure, which sucks, but I can.
It does, 'cause they were great.
Yeah, because they're like my original dim cards now. They're all in a card binder and they look great just displayed. So with the BE models not having that same thing, displaying them when they're not in use is just a little bit trickier. So I don't like it. I don't like it. I also have my regular Digivice V with me as well, so we'll compare and contrast them out of the box. We won't have to worry about a big brick skin on the bracelet, so it'll be a much more direct comparison. And this one will be my companion going forth. This one will, the Digivice V will go off to live with my original Pulsemon Vital Bracelet. Okay.
When we have house, they can be displayed.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. Far so good. Right. Okay. So this is it. The Vital Bracelet BE Digivice Dual V comes with one Vital Bracelet, one Gamamon BE dim card. Even the dim cards are drastically different from the older versions. I wish I kind of had the old Gamamon chip out to show off, but so this is it. These are what they look like in the box.
Here's one I made earlier.
Yeah. So the strap does look a lot more. It does look a lot more pink than red. That's not just the lighting you're seeing on the camera. It looks like that in real life too. There is the Gamamon dim card. The Angoramon is basically going to look like that, but yellow. And because we pre-ordered these, we actually got and this is why I really don't like that they don't have display cards. Because when I pre-ordered the original Pulsemon Vital Bracelet, I got a special Vmon dim card. But that's we got for pre-ordering, you got an Imperial Dramon BE dim card. And actually, I tell a lie. Because the folder
is right there.
Is right here.
I keep thinking it's a laptop. I don't know why.
Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll just pull the... So we'll start with this one. Because this is the one that came with the original Pulsemon one if you got it through Premium Bandai, the green pack one. You can see the nice little card that it's held into. It makes a nice display piece. This just came wrapped in bubble wrap outside of the box. It wasn't even in the box with the other chip. It was just
literally in this.
Yep.
Their hand.
No. I had my one. And now, because I've moved things around now, it's immediately gone poof.
Oh. Folder.
No.
Need to take.
It's fine.
Okay.
But oh no, it's right here. Sorry,
Ah,
I thought the charger was in that because
yeah.
So it comes just in this little plastic baggie, and it's wrapped in bubble wrap, and that was attached. Not well, that was just with a small strip of sellotape. It was just like that, so no real protection on it. So, like, I get if it's a cost cutting measure, doesn't mean I have to like it, because I feel like these do a lot to help protect it while it's sitting in its plastic box. Like even the Angoramon dim card it's going to have more cardboard than anything else, because like we've shown off what the packaging looks like for that already on a previous show, but they don't actually come with even the Gamamon chip that you can buy individually, like outside of the bracelet, doesn't have one of these backings. That's kind of sad. So
it's because as well, like you display them in the folder, and that's fine.
Mhm.
But it's so easy to snap these little bits off.
Oh yeah,
Like,
it would be.
Like we've done it to phone chargers. Never mind little chips like this.
Yeah.
Very easy to just pick it up the wrong way and crack it off something,
Yeah.
you know?
So there's the original Gamamon.
Hmm.
And that came with the dual, like, that came with this one. Like, this one, that came with that, with this little backing thing on it.
Mm-hmm.
So, just quality control or, urgency or production values have certainly changed. Like, I know things are more expensive right now with everything going on in the world, and this is probably a first world problem thing. But it did, like, for a lot of these products that you can usually only get through premium Bandai, it definitely adds, it definitely feels like it takes away from the quality aspect of it. You know what I mean? So, we'll look at the bracelet itself compared to this version, and then we'll see. So I'm going to take that back. I'm going to give you that back. I'm going to take these back and pop them back into their folder.
Here.
Hmm.
I want to snap that pin a little bit. There we go. I do like the aesthetic of this as well, though.
The new chips?
Yeah, because it's like all the 90s stuff that was kind of transparent.
Oh, yeah.
See the stuff inside it?
Yeah.
So it
like
that.
Yeah, like when your Game Boy Color had like translucent plastic and things like that.
Those phones that you could see all the bits and wires and stuff in, yeah.
So. Okay. I'll take the bracelet out first. Yeah, I will say though, at least they're in there tight, right?
Yeah, they weren't getting thrown around.
So this is what they look like side by side, anyway. You can see that this one is thinner than that one. This one's a lot chunkier on the bottom. And as we kind of showed off with the 25th anniversary version, for putting the dim card in, where this has this bit of plastic that you can pull out and lose. Like, I took that out of the side. I don't know if you can really see it with the... There we go.
Turn on the light.
Yeah, go and put on the light just for a moment. Make sure it's not super bright. Yeah, that'll do. So you can see, right? So I took out this little bit of plastic here. And you can you can lose that. There's been plenty of times where I've loaded in a dim card and just forgot to plug this bit back in when I was done. So with this one, it's just it's a rubber tab. You plug it in, you pop it back on, and you're done. And then like this, on the same side, you've got your rubber tab for the charger. Now it still charges off USB-B. It hasn't moved on to USB-C like the VPEC color has. Don't ask me why. I don't know. I didn't make the device. Desmond, I said don't ask me.
I thought it said NFT on the inside. It says HFT.
Jesus. And then you can see like the buttons are just a lot more clear. You know, like they're not just... if I press that, you'll see the blue screen because I don't have anything loaded in currently. Because the length of the bracelet is, I think it's 2 notches longer.
It also has space where you can make...
Yeah, you can actually pluck those out if needs be.
Yeah.
So it's technically 4 notches longer. You know, for those bigger wrists. And yeah, I like that even on the front here, you can sort of, it's got that translucent thing also going on.
Yeah, you can see the red part on the inside of it as well.
Yeah. So I guess the only thing left to do now...
Put it on first.
Well, I don't exactly have an effect ready to go where I can go, bracelet, Digivolve 2, throw it away.
No, but what I mean is, that should it stay off the wrist while you're loading dims and stuff?
Oh, well, we'll see what happens. I'll start and we'll take it from there. So the on-off switch should be on the back of it. Huh. Interesting. Do we have to actually charge it first to use it?
We should have read
After all of that. No, well, I presumed because these ones, they have a little on-off switch back here. So I presumed these ones would be the same because otherwise the battery would just drain in transit. But there's no on-off switch on the back. That's on me. I didn't look at it properly when they got here because I thought, oh, we'll just open them up and do all the things while we're on the podcast. So let me have a quick look at the instructions.
This one is plugged in here. This
yeah, I know. I just wanted... I'm getting the instructions.
Yeah.
So the instructions will be in Japanese, but there will be pictures. So I think we'll be okay.
Oh yeah. Oh wow, you do need to charge.
Yeah, you charge it before you use it. Whoops.
Well, that's the unboxing.
Well, look, what I'll do is I'll put the charge on and we'll just see what the boot up menu is like, I guess. Can I get another wrap of that just to...
Yeah.
So I have some length to work with. There we go.
Those elastics need to be changed.
Yeah. Right. So we'll plug this in and sort of show the boot up process at the very least.
Oh, good night, Yami.
Good night, Yami.
I'm almost headed that way myself.
And then I think it just... Nope.
That is dead.
Oh, it's just dead. Okay. Well, that's the end of the unboxing. I'll do a video in the morning, I guess, and maybe we'll just leave this alone for a few minutes and see if...
Watch your video and then do my own video once I know what to do.
Yeah. So we'll just leave this alone for a minute and just wait for the screen to pop up, I guess.
Yeah.
Very interesting. But there's no
How long does the other one take to charge?
I don't know, about 3 hours. But yeah, no, that's.
So yeah, 20 past 4, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, 20 past 4. Yeah, it's on. That is plugged in. It is, yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, we just gotta let it do its thing.
Would there be a light or anything on it even to indicate that it's charging? Does your one have a light on it when it's charging?
No, it only has that. It has that flashlight on the back.
The green thing, yeah.
So, unless I'm completely inept. Yeah, that's kind of wild. Like, there's no... Like, if you hold the button... Oh!
It's alive!
Turn the light off.
Oh.
Doing things from the show. Oh god, the camera does not like that.
It likes it better when the light is on.
He just change it to... Okay, so it's on. I revived it. Yeah, so it's asking for the date.
Bring it right up to the camera.
Yeah, no, it's just...
Oh, no, it's really...
The camera does not like the screen. Okay, so it's asking for the date. So it's 2022. Currently, it is...
The backwards date?
I'll tell you now. Oh, the buttons are a lot stiffer than the... Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So we are on 11. No, we're on 12.
No, we're on 12.
God.
Oh, it's after midnight.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're just setting the date. And now the time. This will be 24 hour. Okay. So 1. And I'm just going to set it to 30. Just... Okay. So now it's asking me to set my dim card. Now I can't really show it off.
The closer you bring to it. You're up.
No, that is...
Oh.
Okay. I don't know. Right. Well, it's asking me to put a dim card in it anyway. So let me get this Gamamon chip. Do I even need this in it? I guess we'll find out. So
you press this button.
The bottom button, yeah.
Yeah, mine turned on.
Okay. Nice. My eyes, it burns. Alright. So as with the other ones, make sure the label is facing you before you pop it in. And in. Oh, once it back out, because it probably timed out just as I popped it in. Okay, so set your bracelet, so... Oh, does it actually want me to wear it before I set anything?
I think it's asking you to set whether you're...
Oh, your body type, is it? Are you a boy or a girl? Is it going all Professor Oak on me? Okay, hold on.
Hakuto's in there. Trying to be Oak.
No, never mind.
I'm not sure what it wanted you to do.
Yeah, training, adventure, character.
Character, there you go.
Connect, system, memory. Okay. All right, so go to memory and put the bracelet, put the chip in. Is that what I want? Oh, waiting. Okay, so it usually have to wait about 90 seconds.
If I turn off the light.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. Yeah, the camera just doesn't like the screen. Are you a boy or a girl or a Digimon? Yes. So I'm just waiting. Okay, it's 2 circles in. It's on the third one. Okay, accepted. Gamamon accepted. So plug out. Set it on your wrist. And just close off all the ports. Oh, there's the Digi-egg. So set it on my wrist.
Oh.
And I have a little Gurimon. Now you can't see him because again the lights are being finicky with the camera. But I have a little baby Gamamon now. And that's adorable. So what I'm gonna do, just with the little Gamamon chip here, is I have one of these holsters. And you can see the anniversary chip is in there already. I'm gonna take the Gamamon one. And there. And then the Imperial Dramon one will just live in there whenever I load it as well. And then Angoramon and then Jellymon or whatever. But
Even my phone is.
you might have. Do you know what I think? We might have to go into.
Can I just do something?
Yep. Oh, it just does not like that light at all.
The thing is, when I'm looking at the screen on my phone, I can see it. Camera can't pick it up through the phone either. That's really weird.
See, I had an idea. I'm gonna put the screen brightness down to brightness 1.
Get there.
Hold on. Oh yeah.
When I put that up to the camera, it was just like the same as not being on it.
Okay, let's see if this works. Oh, I put it down to brightness level 1 on the bracelet itself, just to see if having a darker screen would help.
Can you see the top of it there?
Yeah, but no. Okay.
Here, put it.
Yeah. That's kind of better. We got kinda, sorta. This is the worst unboxing ever.
Phone focus. I can see it on the screen.
No. Okay, we're just gonna have to abandon this idea. You can go back 3 days and see 3 days worth of stats.
Okay.
That's interesting. So I guess we'll just pop that off. But yeah, this is, I will say, because of the longer strap anyway. Actually, I'll just pop this back on for a sec. Because of the longer strap anyway, this is definitely a more comfortable fit than this one. The thinner body of the bracelet actually really helps as well. It doesn't feel as chunky or as tight on your wrist. Like I don't feel like the circulation is being cut off or anything. So this was fit for purpose. You know, if you can only get the older models because the newer ones are too expensive, or you know, their abilities or what they can do are just, they're not for you. You definitely have an easier time raising Digimon on the older versions, but I am very curious to sort of start like doing more exercises wearing the new one and seeing just how it improves and what sort of evolution lines I'm looking at, because of everything changes now. Like my heartbeat, my steps, my everything I do now will influence the evolution rather than just how many battles and how many trophies have you got. It's going to start taking into account your actual activity. So enjoy your sloth.
I'm gonna get all the sloths, aren't
I? I don't think the sloth was only the Namakemon was only on the It was only on the Pulsemon one, so you won't have to worry too much.
Am I gonna get Numamons or something? Actually, they're quite active, aren't they?
No.
It's supposed to be.
I really do wish I could have showed the screen off properly on the camera here, because it's such a nicer screen to look at. It even tells me what my next evolution is. If I go into the stat, oh, the missions are there. Squats, crunches, punches, dashing. Cool, so that's all still there.
Ooh, crunches. Haven't done one of those in a while.
Battles. But my Gurimon will evolve into a Gorimon, I think. No, not Gorimon. The other baby Gamamon. It's like no, I think it's like God. What Then the two names are basically the same. You just change the vowel out. But like that'll be in another 55 minutes. I'll have that one.
Okay.
And I think that's when the fun starts. But battery is showing as 3 bars. So it's a fully charged battery to start.
I can't see mine. The time.
Yeah. But yeah, that is kind of everything. But you know what? At least I know if I booted up the screen on the anniversary one, we'd have run into the same problem.
Yeah.
Because the camera just doesn't like, even like again, this is on level 1 and it doesn't like the screen.
Yeah.
You know, and normally that's how I would get around when I was doing recordings on like for small little YouTube clips.
Yeah.
Just bring the brightness down and the phone responded to it a lot better.
Yeah, like the phone was responding to it better, except when we were looking at it through the camera.
Yeah, so it's something about the camera.
The webcam doesn't like it.
Yeah, something about the webcam. It's probably because of the type of screen or how the something about the LEDs or something. I don't know.
Oh, excuse me.
But yeah, definitely a lot more comfortable to wear compared to the old one. The longer strap does help. Being able to make extra notches is really nice.
Can I try this?
Yeah, go for it. So Meg's just gonna try on my Digivice V. The strap on that is the same length as the Pulsemon one.
Too bad. Really feel it on that bone.
Yeah.
Wrist bone. I don't know what it is. A little bit that juts out.
You're not a bone scientist. Oh.
Wrist bones connected to my vital brace. Oh no.
Okay, Dr. Nick. Might be time to get you to bed. So guys, we will leave it there with the worst unboxing in the world. Thank you very much for joining in. There's a reason I didn't clip the other unboxing out of the other podcast. I actually didn't think this one would be worse. Because we were doing more stuff. I thought it'd be better. I thought showing off the chip loading.
The camera would cooperate.
Yeah, if the camera cooperated, that'd be nice. And I didn't want to go into the camera settings and start messing around, so. But yeah, no, thank you everyone for being here. I might try and do something during the week with the 25th anniversary dim, because that uses all the old VPET sprites, and I think that's going to be adorable on such a high quality screen.
Yeah.
Just having these tiny, like, old school, barely, what's it, recognizable? I was going to say legible, but
oh, that's weird.
Yeah, these barely recognizable sprites. You can see Devimon in a loincloth again. And
oh god, yeah.
Yeah, they fixed that for the color version.
I should hope so. Next week, or see you on Wednesday.
Yeah, next week or Wednesday if you're around. But thank you everyone for being here. You know, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We do offer memberships with exclusive emotes, and there will be, if that starts to pick up again, there will be members only content. Ooh, what could I be scheming? So
we won't find out till we have some members.
So look after yourselves, everybody. I gotta do the cheap plug. Mr. YouTube bangs on my door and smacks me around with a kendo stick if I don't do the cheap plugs, because it drives the engagement. Blah blah blah. So anyway, enjoy the week ahead. I hope it's good. I hope you have a peaceful time of year, and we will hopefully see you back here on Wednesday for episodes 16 and 17 of Digimon Universe Apple Monster. Much love to you all. Thank you for making Sundays very special, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care. Good morning. Bye-bye.